And now...
Amazing. I'm so happy right now.
I've unmuted us, by the way.
Wow.
That was so
That was
sexy.
awesome.
That was their first time seeing it as well, with the exception of Shadowcon, who saw it.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh man, that was so hype.
GG's.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh man.
Oh my
Good
man.
evening. Wow.
I got the vapors.
I don't know.
I
I
got
got that tonight. Let's just call it.
Yeah, let's just call it there.
You
Thanks
think
for
we're
coming,
good?
guys.
That's it?
That's
Happy
your
1 year,
Thank you guys for
everybody.
joining us. Thanks for joining for the anniversary.
1
we
year.
are done.
We did it.
We did it, guys.
Uh,
Yep, we did it.
That campaign over. I'm just.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
That
god.
was fantastic.
That was hot. That was hella hot.
Got me all worked up. I want to watch some D&D now.
I can only be so wrecked.
I want to play some D&D.
And I thought I got wrecked when I saw the pictures.
That was beautiful.
Boing.
Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna put us on
Face
the
cams?
screen here in a second.
Yeah.
You want to do
Mhm.
that?
I think face cams would probably be nice.
All right.
I mean,
I'm
maybe.
putting us up as well as putting the group shot in the corner so people can oogle and ogle it again for a brief moment.
Ooh and ogle. Ooh and ogle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, and ogle they did.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Oof. Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of the Riot Sessions. I am your illustrious Dungeon Master Shadowhack90 or Nathan. I don't really care. You can call me either. Tonight, welcome to year one, the end of year one of the Riot Sessions, and what we are officially apparently naming season 2 of the Riot Sessions. So
Not
welcome.
necessarily officially. I was just kind of playing with the idea. I mean, we don't. It doesn't have to. It was just something I said. It's not like.
And I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
Well, I just said it, so
And
It's
so
season
it
2,
is
baby.
decreed.
He is the
got
Dungeon
Excited.
Master.
it'll get changed in 20 minutes anyways. Welcome to season 5. Welcome to seasons. How do you want to do this? Anyways,
And he's
we're
gone.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
The 2 PC setup, man.
Oh,
Every time.
Man. All right.
I feel
So
bad.
duplicate
bad.
scene. Start
Yeah.
resizing everybody for every time that happens.
Well, balls sack.
Yep.
I'm about to be Tomp here in a second.
Damn you,
Yeah.
technology.
I now have Cody as partially Tom. This is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, this is great.
Look at me. I don't take baths.
Anyways, welcome guys.
Look at me. I don't take baths.
Well, currently, like Blue is now in the middle of Cody's room on my scene. It's kind of funny. Like Cody is nowhere to be seen. It's now Cody's arms are coming out of the side of Blue's head. It's great.
So yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we Blue has been working very hard at getting some awesome stuff for us from a wonderful artist who I will let him tell you a little bit about after he is done resizing everything and dealing with the technical issues on his side.
Oh,
Speaking of,
it's all good. I can manage. But oh, and that's really big. Oh, that's really large. There's Tomp, everybody. That's what Tomp looks like.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey,
So
Tom.
as you can see, we got some pretty neat new artwork. And I butchered it. Guys. So anyway, we got new artwork, and it was all done by Mr. Fairy and Art. You may have heard of him. He he's done a lot of work in the Destiny community. He actually did my avatar on Twitter. And what's probably the neatest, incoming Big Tomp again. All right. What's probably the most interesting about him, I'm working and talking at the same time. Don't lose concentration, Blue. You got this. Is that he actually works pro bono. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we paid him or anything. He works completely pro bono because he feels he's financially secure enough and he just loves creating artwork. And he also apparently, as we learned, has a passion for D&D. He's a player himself, so who knows what that will yield in the future. But I just think it's really neat that he wanted to. When I went to him, I said, you know, what would you do, or what would you take to do these things that we're looking to do? He's like, oh, just give me descriptions. I'm good to go. So I can't say enough for the artwork he does. I mean, I gave him descriptions of characters, and that's what he came up with. And I think he did a magnificent job. And on top of that, he didn't ask for anything. He did it in what 3 days?
Week?
Yeah,
4 days.
phenomenal job.
Yeah.
I mean,
Phenomenal.
and I mean, I know that the other artwork we had, we love. Eric did a great job on that as well. His time frame was a little not what we were looking for this time around. And I really think that Farian has a great perspective on just developing his own idea rather than heavily influencing from others. And like, I know the DM in the last round of images we did kind of took on this otherworldly, godly thing, and it was kind of bizarre, and we weren't sure how we felt on it, but I feel like he absolutely nailed the DM in this one, and the characters all have much more character to them, personality to them, and he just did a really good job. So to roll in the new year, the new season of the Riot sessions, we are rolling out some new artwork, and you'll see he also did the overlay as well. I'm gonna shut off the intro, but he did this intro banner that you see here, and if you missed it, the intro scene right there. But we'll play that again next week. I just wanted to show you guys. Well, oh god, I'm all over the place. There we go. That's where I want to be. And so anyway, that's what's going on. ShadowCon hopefully will be joining us again soon. I have a weird suspicion he is quickly flopping over to a one PC setup. A very strange suspicion that's what he's doing right now. But yeah, so if you want to check him out, it's at Farian Art. That's PHERIANART on Twitter. I would like to, if we could, Shadowhack at some point, get a banner made up for the channel. I'll put one on mine as well. I actually asked him to make his own. He goes, he's so humble. He's like, oh, I don't need anything fancy. Just if you want to put a link to my Twitter, that's cool. I was like, well, make something that's your own. And he was like, nah, just put my link somewhere. That'd be cool. So I was like, all right. Like he doesn't want people to think that it's something that he's going to do for a job. And he just stays at home with their kid and does artwork when he has time. And it's just fantastic. So
gorgeous work. Yeah.
It's really cool.
I think I sent him, I brought it up to him and he was like, nah, just send me the info. The next day I sent him the info, and either that day or the next morning he had the Dryden like original sketches. Like, am I doing this right? And I was like, oh my God, are you doing this right? So
he gave us a lot of really good stuff. And I mean, I
everything
personally
from mock-ups to inks to what specifications you need for each character. It was he's top notch.
And we gave almost no information on Tom. ShadowCon was just kind of like, I don't really care. Make him. He's 3 feet tall. He's a halfling. I don't really have anything else. And
he's a dirty little bastard. Make him that.
I gave him a couple more things. The sand and the coffee pot and stuff like that. As you'll notice, Tom has a coffee pot hanging off of his waist there. And he gave him the dreadlocks and the dirty kind of scruffy beard. He came up with all of that on his own and really gave that character a lot of personality. And I don't know, to me, it speaks volumes. And we originally we actually did have a drawing done up of Lucius in the old style, but the voice that Zach uses to voice Lucius didn't really match. The old Lucius kind of looked like a football player. And it was like, he's not a football player though. He's frankly, he's a glass cannon, you know? He gets hit once or twice, he's down, but he's easy
Emphasis on the glass.
And so it's
not
one
even
of those,
tempered glass.
It's one of those things where, you know, he really the build that he had before was kind of like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This build works. And one of the things, sorry if I'm talking too much, but I feel like we got some time to fill right now.
We got all the time.
One of the things that personally I struggled with two of our characters was differentiating the importance between the purpose of Dryden and Brontor, because both of them to me came off, sub hype.
Yo, guys, Storms of Dragons, thank you for that sub in chat for 6 months. 6 months of a row, guys.
Woohoo!
It's amazing. Also, Tiger of Gale, thank you for the 300 bits, which means that we are starting off this evening correct for giving every single one. So Brontor, Dryden, and Lucius get a D6 of inspiration dice for tonight's session.
I'm looking at what I've written for today's. I'm just going to give them out. They're going to need them.
Well, I was gonna say, what have I been doing? Like, I've been doing I think every 100 bits, you get to choose.
I guess so. Okay.
Something like that, and
Makes sense.
we'll be messing with that a little bit in the future as we progress forward. But yeah, no, that's where Brontor, Dryden, and Lucius gets a D6 of inspiration dice for this evening session.
Yes.
And add 2 rolls when you want them. Thank you to Tiger of Gale for you guys have that to thank.
Thanks, Tiger.
Appreciate it, man.
So
Thank you, Tiger.
But I had a lot of trouble differentiating between Brontor and Dryden because they both wield big battle weapons and they both tried to just do as much damage as they could. But at the same time, we might have him back. We have him back.
Hello?
Huzzah!
At least for now.
We got him back.
With a fresh one
with
piece
no sound. He's back with no sound. Uh-oh. Wait.
Oh, we can hear him on Skype.
Wait, we can hear him in Skype. We can hear you in Skype.
Ooh.
He's just done. He's just out of it.
But basically what this illustrates to me is how much bigger Dryden is. Oh, can you hear?
Yep.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
There we go.
Because Skype is dumb.
This computer decided to update, and now
Let me
Skype's
tinker with
fucked
some
up.
stuff. If you need to go back to where you were, you can.
Anyways, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that then.
and
that
thanks to
doesn't
Inner
work
Coffee, thanks to Inner Coffee, Tom also gets inspired, gets a D6 of inspiration as well. Thank you, Inner Coffee, for that extra 100 bits as well, good sir.
Everybody inspired.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Chill.
I just think it does a good job of showing you can actually see how much thinner Brontor is than Dryden, because Dryden's he's tanking so much damage and everything, but at the same time, the first hammer he put on there was like real size, you know what I mean? Like it was realistic. I was like, no, you gotta think Dark Souls. Give me a Dark Souls hammer for Brontor, because that's what we need here. And he was like, I got that. And I don't know, just to me it illustrates how Dryden could take all that damage, whereas Brontor, we're learning, is more and more of a support character, as well as not a DPS, but more support. And I think that's you're learning to play to his strengths better. And to me, this is just illustrating all of that. I'm seeing more and more of that in the characters. And I know it's a game we play in our collective imaginations, but it's nice to be able to visualize what we're doing and being able to show it off.
Yeah, and when you play characters for over a year now, you start to get a little more in depth of what they can do and strengths, weaknesses, stuff like that. And this really portrays what we're all.
It does. I could probably really
I
quickly
can hear you guys in here.
Hey, buddy.
I don't have Skype up. But
Hey, welcome.
Make sure under your device settings for your.
Yeah, it doesn't have exclusive access. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Killing me.
And I had to just switch everything back over to this other. I think this other PC has just finally died. It's been having overheating issues for a while now.
What's up, Casey? How you doing? Yeah, no, Blue, I once again won't be able to tell you exactly how awesome all of this work that you did.
Again, I just happen to know the right person.
I was gonna say, you know the right. Well, you're just in your networking capabilities always seem to impress me, and I love it.
And these are the original shots, or the single shots scrolling above us now, guys.
Yeah, they look amazing. They look great.
Oh yeah.
And kind of on Cody's point, just how they've been playing these characters for an entire year of gameplay, or
most
apart
of
from
us.
Zach. Zach's been,
it's split a little bit.
He's had some split personalities here. I mean, you're going to learn a lot more about how to play your character, which I think all of them have collectively learned how to play. Blue had never played before a year ago, and now,
I'm basically the best.
and now he's just constantly coming, and now he's always here, and he's ready to go for D&D that weekend. It's amazing to see just the growth of players and characters. Props to Zach for having to switch characters on the fly. And after
Sometimes you just die, man.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
it
There was part of the game.
One episode in the last year that I legitimately, before we went into the episode, had drawn up a second character. I was like, I was so convinced that Dryden was done. I had drawn up, and that was the inspiration actually for I can't even Namfoodle. One Shoe. Namfoodle One Shoe was based around, but I was gonna make him a rogue. It was gonna be a gnome rogue. But I ended up making him a gnome barbarian because I thought that was funny. But like I had drawn up a character with the intention of replacing Dryden because I was like, he's dead this game. I know it. I don't remember what it was, but I was convinced he was gone. So
yeah. So
also, just letting you guys know, apparently on one of these updates, it will take away your Skype, and it will not let you use the old version. So you have to use the new version.
does it also
Pretty
mean
good.
you can't mute in Skype?
Can mute in Skype.
there we go.
Thank you.
I was like, I'm hearing double. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Well, like I can't edit your guys' pictures anymore, and so like it's constantly shifting. So that's gonna be
Damn you updates.
Well, we might have to go to something like Google.
yeah.
or
But
test
Hangouts
test
or
both
Discord
of
or
these
something.
just updated, and that crashed that computer completely. It won't even run now.
That's
Like,
what
it just-
happened when during Guardian Con, my laptop took an update and it just would boot up and crash. And we got it to finally boot up, and I gave it to Green and was like, "Fix it! I don't know what to do."
But yeah, this
So-
one just did basically the same thing, and Skype was just like, "Oh, let me update. Oh, we're gonna force you to do the new Windows 10 app because we like that so much better." It's just like, cool. So, anyways, hi, I'm here.
So
I mean, most of you know who we are, which is great. But just for everyone else's sake, I'm Shadowhack90, the DM, and we'll drop it down to Cody. He's now muted as
now
well.
muted.
Hey everybody, I'm Cody Bedrock36, and I'll be playing the human blood hunter Brontor Jordanian. So, over to Blue, what are you playing tonight?
I am playing Dryden Kell, the half-orc barbarian, who's ready to go to war.
Girl!
Over to Brandon.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a ranger. I'm gonna lose it tonight, guys. I'm gonna lose it.
Just get your shit together.
I'm
Get it
gonna
all
lose
together.
Yeah, put it in a backpack.
Make sure it's together.
it. But anyways,
You
Zach.
don't know me.
Hey everybody, I'm Grey Goose Eggs. I play games with these guys sometimes. I'm playing Lucius, the tiefling sorcerer, who is always at war.
Always.
Yeah.
Back to the DM.
If this has not been a general idea of what Riot Sessions normally is about in terms of an intro, then I don't know what is.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, no,
let's
this
do
is great. But welcome, guys. And tonight, hey, Zach, you feeling like telling us what happened last week?
I think I got it.
Cool. What happened last week, Zach?
Last week on the Riot Sessions. Our group, in the middle of a battle with the hidden drow that attacked the council of the of Mirabar, taking out most of the Ebonhide leaders, fought valiantly and tried to escape from their clutches as they knew victory wasn't on the table. After several very intense and close shaves with death, our group finally made it out to discover that the fire elemental in the center of Mirabar had been taken. Our group managed to make it back to the inn where they found a well-deserved night's rest. In the morning, our group ventured to the top level of Mirabar to finally discover what was going on and discover that there was an army of giants and orcs attacking the city. Our group met up with the battle master of Mirabar from the Temple of Kord and forged an attack plan to take out the army. Here's where we pick up. Let's see how they die.
Amberheim.
Amberheim? Emberheim.
You said Ebenhide. It's
You got
Emberhide.
Ebenhide.
Did I say? Oh.
Yeah.
Emberheim.
Emberhide, and it's not a fire it's not a fire
Primordial.
elemental. It's a fire primordial. There's a very large difference.
It is
Let's
a
get the
very
Amberheim
big
right now, guys.
elemental.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as you walk to the edge of into the actual wall of or the upper wall of this of the main outer wall that surrounds the city of Mirabar, you see through arrow slits, and as you glance out onto the battlefield, probably some probably 50, 60 feet. Probably farther than that. Probably about 150 feet below you guys. You can see roughly about 20,000 different orcs just spread out, either on horseback, clumped together in giant just hordes and masses, all shouting and screaming giant war cries, where you can see different banners. Dryden, I want you to make a history check.
History check. Coming.
Oh, shite.
Ah.
Hey. That's good. That's pretty good. That's good.
Dryden, glancing around, some of the banners that you can see through your just kind of through this general, just through this little portion that you can see, you can actually see a few that kind of seem recognizable to you. And you can see what appears to be like a large eye that on one of them that has like what appears to be like a brown glob just kind of seeming to come down off of it, almost as though there's a tear. You see another one that seems to have two female forms kind of wrapped and intertwined, like kind of wrapped almost serpent-like around each other. You see what appears to be a large thundercloud and a lightning bolt streaked through them. Just on a few of the banners. You also see another one that appears to be a very large, hulking humanoid that just has fire wrapped around it on a banner of like kind of bright crimson. You know these, and a few of the names spring to you. You recognize the Pale Sisters Kin. You recognize the Murky Eye Tribe, and you recognize the Hell Titans tribe.
One more time.
You recognize the Pale Sisters Kin as one of the tribes. You recognize the Murky Eye Tribe, and you recognize the Hell Titans tribe.
Got it. What do I know about them?
You've only heard of the first two in passing. The third one rings very true to your ears, or not really to your ears, but to the front of your mind, as you remember that before you came to this continent, that this tribe was across the sea.
Ooh.
And I'm going to whisper you.
Sailing orcs. But I don't know this.
Don't you fucking dare. Dude, don't you fucking dare do what I think you're about to do. And he's gone. Oh, nope,
He's back. Glad he's back.
Dude, I'm so fucking nervous for what he's about to whisper me right now. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Is it what I think it's gonna be?
Just letting you guys know that I can't hear you. Skype did something else.
Oh no.
Can't hear us now?
and nothing of value was lost that day.
Oh shit! Oh no.
So.
All right.
Can I roll for insult?
Want to? Sure. Roll a charisma check.
Oh, buddy.
Cheer.
16.
Who are you insulting?
Tomp.
Pains him a little bit, from what you can see.
He's sufficiently annoyed.
He seems a little bit more focused on a few other things at the moment. His attention's very divided.
Yeah.
But you can see a little piece of, like, as you kind of are looking into his eyes, you can see a little piece of, like, just what you would imagine Tom's heart. Kink.
So, can we all see what's going on down there right now?
Yeah, you guys can all see out into the battlefield. And
is it like a wall that's kind of coming up to, like, maybe my chest?
So the wall, you guys are like actually inside the wall right now. You're looking out through like windows and like arrow
loops,
archer slits at the moment.
Yeah.
The wall still goes up like another like 20, 30 feet above you guys. Like you guys entered into like a small like kind of chamber. And you can, as you look out across the battlefield, you see weapons like siege engines. You see like different catapults, and you watch as a few of them and just launch these flaming fireballs flying up. You also, across the battlefield, apart from the 20,000 orcs that you see no less than 20-ish, 25-ish different giants. About 3 or 4 of them have these massive shields on both arms and spikes that are protruding protruding out from them, and you see just something hanging from them. They seem to almost be acting as large giant iron walls. You see a few others that have just like very large swords, very similar to to other fire giants you fought in the past, or to the other fire giant you fought in the past. Just very large swords that are much too big for any other humanoid to actually
wield.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you see that. What else do you see? You watch as more of these fireballs just kind of start getting lobbed and chucked, and you hear the impacts farther into the upper portion of the city that you guys are in, as they impact and hit the just end up hitting,
like hitting the wall right there.
They're hitting the wall, but then they're also like, some of them are actually making into the upper portion of the city, and like you hear as like buildings are starting to collapse, and you hear men shouting out just indiscriminate and unintelligible words that are just muffled through the wall. A big thing to point out about the city of Mirabar is, since it is built on a mountain, or at least in a foothill of a mountain, the walls literally the walls start at the top, drop down, and slope along the sides of end up sloping along the side of the actual hill itself, all around the entire city.
It kind of looks like the bottom of a dam.
I would say, think of more like some of like those like large giant like steam pillars that things
Think of that,
because that's kind of more the idea, but they all slope out on all sides. And as you're kind of looking out around and thinking about this, you hear someone shout, "Bring the oil!" And you hear just feet running, and about a minute and a half later, you just watch as directly in front of the arrow slit, just black oil just gets dropped down the side of the wall and ends up just kind of sliding and making this entire area, like this portion of the wall, and even farther down, as it just continues to ooze farther and farther down the wall, just
like
slick.
oil slick.
Oil. Yeah.
Nice.
So there's defenses that are starting to happen, you can see, but this is very much. You can tell that some of them have been caught. Some of the garrison has been caught unaware of what is of this predicament. So,
Brontor wants to find like the nearest kind of upper-ranking officer and find out what
the
all
battle
our
master is
defenses
standing
are.
in front of you.
I kind of want to just figure out what all our defenses are, so we can start implementing them as quick as possible.
As you ask this, he looks at you and says, The Axe is working the Axe is working their hardest. They are already beginning the oil slicks. They are already beginning, along with working with some of the night mantle battlecasters, beginning freezing some of the water that they are beginning to pour down onto down the slopes further down the city. They're beginning to pour water down to actually make it ice and make it slippery, so that these abominations can't make it up into the actual city itself. We have more members of the Axe actually already manning the different catapults and different ballista that we have atop the walls. Archers are being stationed and arrows are being rallied, but right now it just seems to be a show of force at the moment, and they seem to be testing
they have
our
a lot of
defenses.
numbers. What do you boys think?
I've already sent orders custodes to begin dealing with what they can. They're going to be dealing with the western flank of this group here.
Who's in charge of this army?
Of our army here in the
of the opposing army coming in towards us.
I have no clue. I'm still waiting on some intelligence that I sent one of the members of Ordo Custodes in order to go see if they could hunt down that information.
So what's our part in this, Battlemaster? What do you want us to do?
I haven't stopped looking at the Hell Titans banner.
You know, you are some of the most capable fighters I've met. You broke one of your compatriots out of the lava.
I'm sorry. I'm breaking the immersion. I'm sorry. I had to switch everything over to this other PC, so I'm trying to be
Mute
quiet.
yourself in Skype.
It did it again.
Love you, buddy.
Hi.
What?
How are you? Hi.
Breaking the immersion.
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, you
Sorry.
got it, man.
You got this, man. We love you. All right.
Thanks, man. I think I figured out.
I would like the Battlemaster to remember that it was I that broke someone out of the pits.
Are you telling him this?
Yeah, that was me, by the way.
He looks at you and said, he's just gonna give you a nod. He doesn't really say much more than that. He just gives you just a nod, and it's very stoic. His orange rusted armor, just kind of shifting a little bit. The 6 swords that he has are still hanging at his sides, and his long black hair just nods with him.
It was more for me anyway.
Yeah.
It was more for me anyway. Like that was a secret.
He looks at you, and your parts. If anything is to break through, or if anything breaks through, deal with it in the inner city. I doubt that they will be able to reach up here. Our defense, Mirabar hasn't been under siege in more than 40 years, and the Axe of Mirabar are well trained, but this will be some of their first real encounters with open warfare and
warfare. Got it.
Open warfare and open siege. We've sent runners along the tunnels to Gauntlet Grim and to other dwarven cities within the actual spine of the world, and just so that they are aware to either anticipate refugees coming their way if Mirabar should fall. We do have some idea of what these giants are after. We have an idea that they are after different parts of Vonendad, as well as potentially, as we now know, they were after Magmara for some reason. They also seem to be in colluding with the Drow, the House of Duorden, for some reason. We're not sure.
We managed to get our piece of Vonendad away from them.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have one, aside from the one they took in the capital, or inside the mountain.
Oh, they will have to get through the defenses to those pieces first. And that
They
might-
were in there.
That might take some time. Do you think that the Emberhide Manor and fortress itself was the only defense that those pieces had? There were other defenses that still guard them. But it's going to take them time to get there, and hopefully the Ox can apprehend them before those remaining drow that you did not defeat managed to apprehend and gain those pieces of Vonandad. However, do what you need to do. If you can assist and take down as many of those orcs, or even take down a few of those fire giants, do what you must. I leave that decision to you. And he looks at Dryden, kind of with with that very penetrating stare that he had, that like just kind of makes it feel like he's looking straight through you. I know that your patience and your tactics will be of great aid in this battle.
I don't
And he
break eye contact with the fucking bear.
Yeah, I know. Well, he looks at you at the moment. So,
I look over at Dryden and kind of poke and be like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?"
The Battlemaster looks over your shoulders and sees a garbed individual in all black robes, and you guys glance behind you, or those who choose to glance behind you and see an individual garbed in black robes. His wrists and hands are completely wrapped in black cloth. His face is completely covered by a black mask, and his eyes are this kind of piercing yellow color. He wears no hood or anything, and you can see pointed ears kind of poking out, very slightly tapered ears of a half elf poking out. And he looks and he says, he just kind of gives a nod, and the individual turns and walks away. And some of the intelligence I've been looking for may have just arrived. I will keep you informed as I continue to learn more about our foe.
Please do.
He kind of walks out and leaves all of you in this kind of room as you all continue to hear the and just watch it, see different fireballs and different bullet arrows, very large, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 foot long ballista spikes being just fired up at the wall from the army below, and you start seeing other ballista bolts being fired from higher above you guys down into the armies below. And this is where I will set it. And what would you guys like to do?
I poke Dryden. Hey, what are you looking at?
I don't really know
What's
yet.
going on?
I don't really know yet.
We need to focus. This is a war.
I
We're trying to win.
recognize some of these banners.
Yeah.
Well, who are they?
We have.
Take out your notebook and tell us who they are.
Have you taken notes?
The pale sister's kin is that one there, and the shitty eye one that looks like Tomf drew it himself. That's the Murky Eye tribe.
That's a pretty good eye.
This other one though, that one I know a little more. That's the Hell Titans tribe.
Yeah.
How do you know them?
It's my tribe.
Oh.
Don't tell us you're going to defect.
No, but I don't know why they're here. I don't know what their purpose could be. I know these people well. I know these orc well, and I don't understand why they'd be here. I don't know what their purpose is. I
Can
don't
we
know.
get you down there to talk to him?
I can try. It's been my gosh, 20 years since I've seen these. It's been too long. Brothers, it's been too long. It's been 20 something years since I've seen any of them, and I'm fairly certain they all think I'm dead.
Now's the time to rally.
Boot and rally.
We
Brilliant moment of word association.
We need to get you down there and talk to your kin.
They might kill me. They might treat me no differently than if you worked
I'm
it
take
out.
I'm just kidding.
We could have Lucius go down there disguised as you.
Oh.
And so what? When they swing one of those axes at him and kill him in one hit, then what? There's a second one of me to go, kidding.
Yeah.
I don't think that's such a good idea. If I need
So
to
how do
go
you feel
down,
about killing your own tribe.
I don't know.
Can we send a pigeon?
You have a pigeon?
I'm sure there's one at the castle here. Amber.
I've got a dead body.
Not Amber High, but
It's not a bad
Can a
idea.
dead body
at the-
fit through one of the archer holes?
I just want to. Oh, I got an idea, guys. We need a bird, and I'll fly it over and see if I recognize anyone.
Yep.
My question still stands.
Which is
Also,
Can one of the dead bodies, one of the dead drow, fit
from Ebenheim?
Yeah, from Ebenheim, Hamburgerheim? Can they fit through
Hamburgerheim?
the archer?
Hamburger
holes?
Make a strength check, Lucius.
By the way, I looked it up because of curiosity, and those slits are called arrow loops.
Thank you. I
Arrow
appreciate
loops.
it. Arrow loops. Gotcha.
18.
Yeah. You take one and you like kind of puzzle fit it in there, and then it gets stuck as the head just kind of ka-doom, 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 ka-doom. Eventually, you get so annoyed you just take it and just shove it, and where there's like a nice sickening snap as the head or as the neck breaks even more, and you just shove it through. It goes and just goes and drops all the way down out of sight.
Turn back to everybody and I go, they can have that back. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, good.
Nice. I'm gonna check to see if I can find any sort of aviary wildlife.
Make a perception check.
19.
Hey.
Oddly enough, as you walk out, as you are kind of like walking around, just kind of like kind of walking out of this room back into like the outskirts of this wall, like the outskirts of the city, right where it butts up against the wall. You do actually see off to your left, you see a pigeon coop where you can see about 2 white or gray pigeons just sitting in their little cage. They are kind of fluttering around as another large flaming rock comes and actually like rolls over about 3 or 4 of the acts of Mirabar that are then set aflame and get kind of just absolutely squished.
Brutal.
Dryden, I found you a bird.
Found me a bird?
Found you a bird.
Is it a bird with arms?
Is it still alive, Tomf?
Yeah,
Okay.
fluttering around in there. I
Can
didn't
we-
touch any birds.
specify.
Is it one of them birds that you can send messages with?
All right. I'd like to approach the bird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to do anything.
It's in the cage.
What are you doing?
So I need to
Animal
touch it.
handling?
I need to touch it. So.
It's in a coop. So I mean, you
Okay.
can.
Oh,
It's
But
like
it needs to be willing is the thing. So, is there anybody like next to the birds, like that might be bird handlers that might be one of their birds?
Nope.
All right, then I'm just gonna hope that this works. So, I'm gonna slowly open the cage and
Yep.
just.
I got
gently reach my
+5 to
hand in.
animal handling.
I softly touch the bird, and then I use my.
it kind of flaps. It kind of flaps for a second.
And then I basically, what the hell's it called? Where I take control of the animal. Fuck. I can't remember that. I haven't done it since like week 4.
It's true. Yeah.
It is called. It is called
Bird magic.
bird magic. No.
Oh, you studied bird law.
Bird law.
Objection. Move to strike.
Objection. Move to peck.
I don't know. That's because I did aspect of the beast. Right. To adopt this pet, gain the ability to cast the beast sense and speak with animals. Okay, that's one. That's
Oh, it's
one of them.
bestiality.
No.
That is one way to speak to animals.
Well, I have the speak to animals thing, but I also have the control it, but I can't remember what it's called or where it is. Hang on. Sorry, I apologize for not being more ready, seeing as it was my idea to do this.
No worries. Part of the game, baby.
Oh, God. What's my spell casting modifier? God, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's your spellcast.
I don't think you have a spellcast. I know what you're talking about because you've done it before. I just forget how this happened though.
I'm making a
I know
joke.
you're
Like goof.
Not
Sure, take fast movement. Feral instant.
Was it a Is it a half
Is
orc
it
thing?
is it charm
It
animal?
might be a half-orc thing.
I don't think it's a
Charm
half orc.
taming
What is it?
beasts.
I know what you're talking about
Oh,
because
no,
you've done
I'm
it
in
before.
barbarian.
Yeah.
Check.
barbarian.
Dominate animal, charm animal, taming beasts.
No. How the fuck did you do this last
I
time?
don't know, but I definitely have done it before. Like, it's a thing I can do.
In the meantime, I make coffee.
Oddly enough, you don't even have to make it because you still have some left over from the Boulder Brew downstairs.
Now that we know that you have
Did I carry it with me?
Speak with animals?
I can speak with animals, but there's one where I can literally take control of it.
Yeah.
This is barbarian. Where's half
Was it an item you had?
No.
I know you've done it before. I know you've done this before.
Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Let me check my spell. See if I put in danger sense.
Charm animal?
Beast, wait, beast sense.
Beast.
Beast sense.
You
sounds
touch
right.
a willing beast for the duration of the spell. You can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears and continue. Oh, I can just click this thing, can't I? Aha!
Hey!
I knew I had it somewhere.
After 3 minutes of trying to figure out what the hell this
I
thing is.
apologize
We did it,
again. It's my first newbie moment in like 7 months. Leave me alone. I've even
I love
remembered my advantages and shit.
Yeah, he does.
I'm a
yeah,
really complicated character, a half-orc barbarian. It's been real tough, guys.
Super.
So you
complicated.
you touch the bird, and you have it just holding it there in your wings or in your hand, and your eyes kind of flash this white color and roll back into your head, and you are now seeing through the bird's eyes.
I want to fly it over that banner and around those.
Yeah, you toss the bird up into the sky, and it takes flight, flying higher and higher and higher. It begins just flying up above the wall and begins flying and coasting over the no man's land, where between the bottom of the wall and where the army actually meets this no man's land. It's a very disconcerting feeling because you haven't done this in a while, and as soon as it flies over the wall, it's just a sheer drop off, and it's easily good 200 feet down, and it's very vertigo inducing. However, bird begins to fly just farther and further and further. You watch it through the bird's eyes as about 10 of these flaming fireballs get launched. I need you to make an animal handling check.
Oh lordy!
Ooh.
Oh
Lordy,
lordy! Come on, Dick.
That's pretty good. That's good. Real good.
Yeah. Hey, I got a 10,
You did it.
man.
Great
Yeah.
job.
Can I see? Can I see a
You got
10?
it. You did it. You gotta play them all.
Hey, it's in.
Well, I rolled 2 4s.
It's
Does that
not
mean
10.
wait a minute?
So,
Okay, that's all you're rolling.
yep, I'm just rolling 2 4s. I rolled 2 4s, and you watch through the bird's eyes as one of the flaming balls of just fire just comes streaking up. The bird luckily has enough sense to soar upward and elevate itself above the actual flaming ball as it passes underneath. And it's a really weird feeling because as you're watching and kind of feeling this through the bird sense, you then all of a sudden hear this boom, maybe about 20 feet on the other side of the wall from you, as it just gets slammed into the wall of your physical body. However, the bird begins to go into a dive just because of your will and flies down and begins to just now that you've coasted a bit farther and further over the army. you pass over and around the banners of the Pale Sisters tribe, or the Pale Sister kin. You begin coasting further and further along. You coast until you pass once again the Murky Eye tribe at this point, and then something occurs to you, Dryden. A while back, some of these like the fact that orcs are converging together and that different tribes are like alongside each other without like fighting and like actually like actively trying to kill each other is very bizarre. That just doesn't happen, especially in these numbers. However, you think about this, and then the bird flies and hits the banner area of the Hell Titan tribe, where some of the individuals are wearing like kind of hide armor, others are wearing like this like what appears to be like really, really dented, very, very dented like steel and metal armor that you can see, and you start to see like just kind of like one or two. You see like orcs, and like granted, it's been 20 years since you've seen any of these individuals. None of these individuals look super old. A lot of them look as though they were probably would be about the same age as you. I would like for you to just make a perception check.
Perception. All right. Hey, can I get a 10?
As you're flying around, or as the bird is kind of coasting over them, you do notice a younger male who looks probably maybe like a few years younger than you, and something about like a large scar that kind of crosses across the upper left eye and then cuts down across his actual chin itself, and across his mouth. You recognize that individual by the name of Grat, as you remember distinctly how he got that scar from a fight that broke out in the middle of the actual village itself when he was very, very young. You continue to fly and just kind of within this area, and as the bird continues to soar off farther and further, that's all that you really see and recognize as the bird continues to coast further and further over the armies.
Is there anything else noteworthy that I notice?
Oh, it's that 10? Mm-mm.
What? That was a perception while I was looking at that one crowd. What about the whole battlefield?
I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of orcs. There's a lot of orcs, and they are very they're not mixing. Like you notice that the tribes seem to be standing like right next to each other, but as you kind of fly over them, they don't really seem to take like as you kind of cross from one to the next, and like it doesn't matter which tribes you're crossing or the birds crossing over, they're standing next to each other, but they don't really seem to be taking any notice of each other.
Did you see any odd looks in their facial features?
I mean, you know, like you can see the fire giants. You see a few of them with like staffs in the back, like very large, like what technically would be like almost like trees, basically, except larger trees than you've ever seen as staffs that they're just holding. Like there's like four of those. Majority of them seem to be kind of more the heavy hitters, like these individuals with large shields or large swords. You hear as these horns start to echo across the battlefield, and you watch as the orcs in front of the fire giants that possess these large gargantuan shields attached to their forearms part like a sea, like they just part like a sea, and these fire giants with these spiked shields walk forward to the front of the vanguard. And you watch as about 10 of them do. They walk to the front of the vanguard, and they seem to just they all get there all kind of at the same time, and they lift all as one, lift their shields and slam them into the ground, slamming their fists together, forming like this nice little kind of triangle plow. And you once again you begin to hear this as drums begin to beat as one, these shields advance, and then advance again, beginning to cross the no man's land as bolts begin ping, ting, ting, just clattering against the shields. Your vision returns to you as the bird kind of gets out of distance and out of range.
I share everything that I just saw.
Yep.
You now all have all that knowledge.
I asked him, do you see anything odd in their facial features?
What's your L5C, Dryden?
What do your orc eyes see?
Anything strange in their facial features? That's either like the most metagaming question I've ever heard in my entire life,
I guess so.
or I'm like in the what? I do tell them that I recognize.
Icon though.
Huh?
And you did say it was odd of them that's standing next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going
So
because you've talked about how the people of your tribe get or their left eyes get things.
I don't know that that's necessarily something that they do. That was something that I did.
Okay.
Yeah, my story is a little. I have a jaded past.
Deep and dark secret.
It's deep and dark. It's not even all that deep and dark, but I don't know that I'm ready to
So
share
edgy.
it with everyone.
but you did tell us it was odd for have all these tribes next to each other. and
Yeah,
not
no,
feuding.
this doesn't make any sense. So they got to be, but there is someone down there that I recognize. I don't know. Is there? From my point of view, is there any way for me to get to this person? Like, is there any sort of path?
Not that you're not at the moment, not a direct path. I mean, depends on how you get there.
Okay, so basically,
Depends on how you try to get there.
there's
I mean,
no
if you
way
just-
there's no way for me to just like go up to this guy and talk to him, and he might not even want to talk to me. He might think I'm dead. He might think I'm lying. Because, in short, I had two eyes, and I was a child the last time they saw me.
I mean, the way I'm thinking is if all these tribes are usually clashing when they're together, and they're not doing it right now, there might be on some kind of witchcraft or spell or something.
I was thinking that maybe there's something bad enough going on here that it's worth coming together to fight for.
No, that is possible too.
So-
We're good enough.
Huh?
We're good enough. I mean, we're the good guys in this. So
I'm torn, but I would like to think so.
well,
I
at
don't-
least these guys, I'd consider myself a good guy.
Says the guy with a hole full of dead bodies.
Hey, that's neither here nor there.
They deserve to die.
They did. They were bad guys. You see what I mean? Good and bad. There's a distinction.
All right.
All the while, the bad guys are trying to get in with these giant shields.
What do you want to do about it? I can't do anything from here.
I can't do
Shoot
anything.
him.
I can
How
kill
far
them when
away
they
are
come
they?
in.
Wait,
That's what the
Tom.
master told me to do.
Tom, give him a spike growth.
Spike growth don't go that far.
Damn. How do we get him there?
No.
I put my hands out menacingly.
Damn. We're in a tight spot.
How far away are they? Is the group?
They're about the whole thing is about 200 feet down. Remember, like I don't think you were here for this part. The walls of Mirabar, like you guys are currently at the top of like basically a small or a foothill of one of the mountains, and the walls go completely around the actual city itself, and then slope down, like kind of think like one of those large like steam things, like where there's think nuclear reactor and things like that. Like that's kind of what it looks like, except it's like a giant like chimney.
So
But
they're at the wall 200 feet down.
but it's the wall like all slopes out in different directions, and like the different portions of the axe have been like coating different areas of the wall with ice and with oil and different things. You're not really sure how well that's going to support and work against these fire giants, though.
Oh, I was just gonna start shooting. I've got 600 feet of range to go.
Yeah,
with.
I mean it's about 200 feet down. They're easily within range.
You can just start shooting bolts too,
I
man.
was just gonna start shooting them.
Just try to start picking them
They're
off
outside of my
one by
range.
one.
Okay, give me an estimate within 200. How many orcs are there?
Within 200 or feet of you?
No, within. If I was guessing how many orcs are out there, could I guess within a couple hundred? There's 100. There's 1,000. There's 18,000. Like, I'm not saying exact number, but
Yeah, I mean it's somewhere in the neighborhood. It's like somewhere in the neighborhood of like probably like 19,000 to 20,000 orcs. Like there's
got
a
a
lot.
lot of
There's a
XP.
lot of
There's a
orcs.
lot.
okay, that's what I mean, because I wasn't sure if we were looking at a small group, a big group, or a holy fuck, get the hell out of
it's
here
an army.
group.
Should we evacuate?
You're looking at a whole
Are we surrounded?
Yeah, we're surrounded. We can't go
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
There's
It's
no
still fight time.
going out.
Wait a minute, how do we get Zephy back here?
Our
Or,
one means of
Who?
contacting him
Zephyros.
was
Who the hell is Zephyr?
Lucius has never
Yes.
talked to Zephyros.
Zephyros is a
son
is
of
a
a bitch. Where
is
did,
kind of a jerk.
I'm
He
sure they'd get along
slammed me
great,
into the
though.
ground once.
oh my god, Brontor, get over it. How do we get him back?
Well, you know how Geth had that one little bird thing that could talk to anybody as long as you talk to him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was about the only way we could talk to him.
What about the Battle Master?
You can go
Maybe
for
he
it.
knows Zephyros. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
The last thing I
maybe
think,
he can
though,
put us in
is-
contact with him.
Do we really want to say, hey, we want more giants coming in here? Because they're already attacking the sides of the thing. And if we start having cloud things start hovering over the city, I don't know how long it's gonna last.
Oh, was this
I
guy a
don't know.
cloud giant?
all
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
you. You can hear the thwang kapung krang of bolts getting flung down at these getting flung down from the top of the walls and from different areas within the walls. You're starting to see we're hearing these bolts just getting flung right against this large iron, spiked iron wall that is just advancing, and at this point has reached the bottom of this sloped incline up to Mirbar. And they are beginning to advance. These giants with the shields are beginning to
Do we want to head them off at
Beginning
the
to-
gate there that they've got hit?
beginning to slowly start encroaching up the actual.
Oh,
I think we
side
might want to
of the
tell the battle master to go ahead and let all our defenses out and try to keep them at bay as much as possible and start evacuating.
I think they've already evacuated the top city.
yeah.
Then
Nobody's
the rest
up
of us
here.
need to start retreating.
Retreating where?
The mines.
Yep.
They've locked off the lines.
Moria.
Oh.
Everything's closed off.
Yeah, we're up here.
Just so
to
you
Tom,
remember,
we're up
just so
here.
you remember,
Wait, I didn't say that.
just for clarification, you do remember yesterday or last time when you were down in the actual bar itself, that there were already plans to begin, if need be, to begin evacuating through the mines and through the tunnels to other dwarven strongholds throughout the spine of the world.
Gotcha.
So they've already started working on that process. They just evacuated the top portion of the city into the lower rings, and getting everyone out of at least the general harm's way on the upper portion of the city.
Unless we try to start splitting our forces and flanking them on both sides.
Well, I think we're surrounded.
Oh, are we? Or is it
Yeah.
just them up in this
No.
little?
No,
Coming
it's
up towards us.
surrounded thing.
Okay.
As you glance, if you look out through the window, you can see it's really only about this fourth of the city that these spiked walls are slowly moving up. There's orcs all around the city at the moment, but there are like there's only like a fourth of this like portion that is like beginning to slowly advance its way up.
Gotcha. So they're only sieging a portion of the city, from what we can tell.
Yeah, but they have effectively cut off any route above ground from what you can see.
I say we fight.
You watch as actually, I'll have you roll a perception check real quick.
Perception.
Percept.
Perception.
Percepting.
Hey.
13.
Toph and Brontor, you guys are as you're standing here, kind of trying to figure out what to decide to do. You hear this slight little, or you hear this slight little, and then like sound as you watch as a red bead of energy goes flying off of the top of the wall, and goes kind of arcing down towards the actual group of fire giants wielding these shields. You watch as it disappears behind the wall, and then you just watch, and all of you see this at this point. You see a large just explosion of red fire and debris just go flying everywhere. And from that point that you saw that happen, Tom and Brontor, you see a very, very small individual with flaming pink hair.
I think. Oh, hey, it's our friend.
I see her.
She's like 20 feet above you guys on top of the wall at the moment, and she turns to an individual who has black hair, is wearing full plate armor at this moment, and is currently wielding a shield made of very beautiful ornate wood, and has a long sword off to his side that you watch that seems to have like a slow green nature glow of energy to it, and he's just standing there, and she says something to him that you guys can't quite see, and you watch as the elf jumps up to the top of the wall, leaps off, and goes sliding out of your view.
Oh, bye.
That was cool.
It was pretty cool.
Damn, show offs.
She jumps up to the top of the wall, shouts something down that you guys can't hear, and you watch as her hand in it, she conjures another red fire, like another red bead of energy, and throws it down after the guy. Another, and you hear a as a very loud voice lets out a howl of pain, and you hear as it sounds like something's falling farther and farther away from you.
Cool.
We should probably help them, I think.
Yeah. You want to try to slide down this wall too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could just shoot down the wall, so I think I'm just gonna go up there and.
I mean, I can start letting crossbow bolts out, but I don't know where they're gonna land.
Or do we want to go down? Or they said they're climbing over. There's not a gate that they're going to, right?
The battle master said that we need to defend if anyone gets inside.
Brontor and Dryden, you do notice that there are about like 4 or 5 ballista that are currently unmanned at the top of the wall at the moment.
Hey, Brontor.
Yeah, what's up?
See that?
And you
see that? Up
Copy
there?
that.
And you do notice about
Copy that.
20 feet, about 30 feet behind you guys, there is a what appears to be a fairly damaged catapult that has a ton of like iron balls just like in the actual launching area of it.
Dope.
There
Dibs.
you go.
Guys, to the ballista.
Well, I'm gonna go shoot my arrows, I think.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot this ballista because it's dope
You
as.
were really good at shooting the ballista last time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna man the catapult.
All right, so
On the catapult.
man the catapult.
To the defenses.
If only it was a trebuchet.
So-
Is the battle master within an earshot?
No, he is. You guys like glance around, you don't see him anywhere.
So I tell the highest ranking person around me, it's like, man this ballista, take that other catapult,
Okay,
whatever
so
we
you
need
start,
to fill up.
you start issuing orders. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Persuasion.
13? 13, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with a 2, yeah, the guy's like, all right, and he just like one of the he grabs onto it and starts like he calls over like a few of his other guard members and starts calling them over and starts loading up one of the ballista, and they take aim and launch their there's a boom as the bolt goes flying down towards one of the enemies, or towards one of these large fire giants with the shields that are slowly working their way up, and that's not a bad roll.
Yes.
That's a 20 to hit, and it watches it actually finds like a small little gap in between the shields where they're slowly to begin to like just kind of, where they're like not fully touching, and it actually embeds itself into like one of the upper shoulders of one of the giants. From what you can see, the guy still keeps advancing. However,
Can I see that?
Oh yeah, you can see that.
I say keep firing on him.
All right. So you keep firing. All right. So, Brontor, would you like to? You are at your own ballista.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I would like to shoot it.
Go for it. Roll me an attack roll, and I think it's add +5, I believe.
D20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5.
Copy that.
Looking up the siege weapons.
Hey, question, Lucius.
Yes.
What's your
Answer.
range on your chromatic orbs?
17.
Not enough.
Now,
It is 90 feet.
now, can you hand those to people?
Can I hand chromatic orbs to people and have them throw them?
You can always try.
It's true.
Sure.
I was thinking maybe you give me a chromatic orb,
We're breaking
And-
D&D barriers right
and
now.
I give it a good hearty toss.
You could try and catapult one.
Ooh, yeah. Like a sling.
But
Yeah.
if that backfires, you lose a catapult. If it backfires on me, you just lose me. So you might need the catapult. I can't do anything from up here.
There's
I-
ballistas.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, there's other ballistas, and there's like a half broken catapult about 30 or 40 feet behind you guys.
I'm going to the catapult.
It's just is going through the catapult. I can't find these siege weapons. God damn it.
Okay, if it's half broken, I'll help you with the catapult. I'll make sure that it's. We're gonna throw this thing.
Science!
Science. An orc that's strikingly similar in appearance to Bill Nye shows up, and he goes, "When you take the chromatic orb and you put it into a catapult, then
Oh,
science."
Sorry.
Inertia
Bill,
is a
Okay,
property.
sorry, Cody, it's +6.
Oh, okay. So 18?
All right, 18. You fire the ballista. It goes firing down. Are you aiming at the same guy that they just aimed at?
I'm just, kind of
there's
same
about-
general direction.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say there's about because you're basically aiming straight down at the moment. Like there's
Yeah.
about 10 of them currently coming up. All right, so you aim down, you fire, you kind of load it, aim it, adjust your aim. It goes flying straight down, gravity helping it. It actually ends up hitting against one of the shields, splintering on impact, seemingly to have no effect, unfortunately.
Bollocks.
Tom, you're up. What are you doing?
Is there any more ballistas?
Oh yeah, there's like 2 more that it's gonna be difficult for you to probably do this, but
Well,
Right.
I was gonna
Good
say,
shot.
are there more axes? So the
Axi?
Axi.
Axtopods?
Axes.
If we made a super person when him on my shoulders, would that help at all? Probably not.
But really, because I'm just good with shooting arrows. But if there's if there's axes and stuff nearby who could man those, then I'm gonna let them do that.
there's a few acts. There's 2 acts who are already manning.
Cool.
Who are already manning the one next to Brontor. You can make a persuasion check to see if you can get some more to come over and help out.
No, I'll just shoot them.
All right.
I'll just shoot down the wall with
Alright, so
bow
you
and arrow.
All right, so you're shooting towards the orcs, or are you shooting more at these fire giants with the shields coming up?
Fire giants.
All right, so you
I
start.
finally get to use my favorite enemy.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. All right, so you're shooting down at the fire giants who are with these large shields that have like, as you get a closer look at them, these shields seem almost like kind of like while they come to a point and like are kind of more like just kind of slammed together as their fists or something together. You also do notice that they kind of like make like a little bit of a shovel at the bottom of it and seem to be like kind of pushing up dirt as they go a little bit. Go ahead and make your attacks. So
Cool. I probably don't have advantage on this.
probably not.
Okay. Well, now, question.
Yeah.
Since this is longbow of grounding,
Yeah.
and they're trying to scale something vertical.
You can send them to their room for an hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, you
They're
guys
grounded, mister.
have been
You got
misbehaving all night long.
Where are you going? Get to the front lines. I've been grounded. No
I
Don't
TV.
get no dinner.
Some stinky halfling up on top of the wall.
No TV for a week.
But, Dad.
Anyways, what are you trying to do?
So unfair.
You don't understand me and my generation.
Korag doesn't have to go to his room. He did the same thing.
I'm shooting down at him.
All right.
I was just asking.
Well, if Korag jumped off a bridge, would you do
Nah,
it?
I would probably say no. It's
All right, well-
it's more for flying. It's more for flying things.
We'll shoot down at him.
Yeah, go for it.
And why the hell not? We'll sharpshooter it.
Yeah, go for it.
So, here's both attacks. No.
No.
That would
That-
be a 7 and an 8.
No, the arrows just go. The arrow, both your arrows go flying, and they just splinter completely off, continuing off the top of the
Question.
shields. Yes.
Have the giants taken a turn in combat?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh
I
yeah.
tried.
Well, no, that's why I asked. I didn't think that they would have been. I am gonna Hunter's Mark that one now.
The one that does the taking damage.
Wait, whichever one I just shot at.
Okay. So yeah. You hunters mark that one. Gotcha. All right. Slowly. They're still advancing like up, and they're kind of getting now more to the vertical portion of the sloping. And Dryden and Lucius, you guys are up. What are you guys doing?
Repair the catapult into working condition.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Yeah, you do that.
Intelligence.
Do you want me to do an intelligence check?
Super intelligent.
Can I? Tides of Chaos.
Oh,
Sure. Sure.
We need
Yeah.
it now more than ever.
Next turn, you place the chromatic orb
God
into the
damn it.
catapult into the catapult with your tentacles.
That's fine.
73.
I miss Lady Lucius. I'm not gonna lie.
At 29.
All right. You, as you are looking around, your eyes are flitting over all the different places of the catapult. You're trying to figure out exactly what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, and you all of a sudden feel the world just kind of slow down to you as you feel adrenaline kick into your body. All your senses feel heightened. You now have the spell Haste cast upon you for the next minute.
Hell yeah. Do I get
Yeah.
to another chance at repairing the catapult with my newfound haste?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh my
Higher DC,
God.
but I'll give it to you.
Ah!
Fucking hell, dude.
Oh, jeez.
You begin to
Good night,
like
everybody.
Fortnite.
you start running around going like this, and just like start like quickly working on this thing, making it as perfect as you can. You tie up some rope, you tie it, and as you come back around and present your creation to Dryden, Dryden looks at it and realizes that the rope is now the rope that you just tied literally
And the
will
dumbass
not allow for this thing to fire.
the dumbass half orc just looks at him straight in the face and fixes
I did it.
It's my turn now, right? So it's not.
You undo what he did, for sure, with that roll.
And as a bonus action, I fix it. Oh!
Oh, no.
As a bonus action, you kick off the remaining 2 wheels, and this thing is now stuck in one spot, but it's now on level ground.
Progress, Dryden.
Whether
I
or not
feel-
it's going to fire over the wall, that's a different story.
Oh God!
Can Brontor see them doing this?
You're a little more focused on the ballista at this
Okay.
point.
Dryden, I feel
guys
like
need
we've
help?
made progress.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I can't say this about many things, but I feel like I learned something today.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
All right.
Am I still sped up, or is the minute passed?
That was like maybe 12 seconds right there.
You made a mess of things, and I fixed it, and we're 24 seconds into this whole thing.
Bronzer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a shot at the group of orcs that brought Dryden said that he wasn't kin to.
Yeah, you do notice that off to the side of you, there's also like there's about like 4 or 5 barrels of pitch. There's a few that are also right next to like the reloading portions of the ballista bolts. There's also a few torches that seem like just kind of are placed strategically along the wall. So those are also at your disposal as well.
What is pitch?
Like burnable
Tar.
oil substance. Tar.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna dip one of those
Yeah, go for it, man.
in the pitch and then light it.
Yeah. There's 3 buckets.
Okay.
Which one are you choosing?
The left.
Okay, choose left. Skunk. You dip it in there. You load it up, and go ahead and make me an attack plus 6 on top of that.
Whoop. Come on, baby. 21.
What you needed.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll me 3d10 worth of piercing damage, and add an additional 1d12 worth of poison damage to that.
Got it.
I feel like I'm wasting my time with this other catapult.
18. 18 damage.
18 damage. Nice. Yep. All right, so you fire the bolt at the same giant. It just goes firing, and you watch this as this one. Now they're getting kind of up to the more very vertical portion of this kind of climb that they're working on. They're getting. You're really confused on how these things are still walking up what now is almost a straight, just vertical climb, but they're still going somehow. And you watch as he kind of readjusts his shields for a second, and as you do, you fire. The bolt just kind of comes down, and it goes right through the slit, right in between where his hands meet, and boom, embeds into his chest. The slit closes with a sound as you hear this type cry. Brothers, move forward!
It's been too long.
It's
Which Dryden yells out as soon as this boisterous voice comes flooding over the wall. You hear the voice shout out again. The Cinder Brethren will not be defeated this day. We will take this city. As they continue once again to use their turn to continue to slowly make their way continually up this movement. This brings us to Tom's turn. You're up.
Damn.
This is where I really wish that I had something like thaumaturgy or something, just be like, "What's the password?"
That'd be great, but you don't.
I don't.
No.
I'm just gonna keep shooting him.
Pay no attention to a man behind the curtain.
Go for it.
Yeah. So shoots. 2 longbows, same thing. I'm just gonna sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, go for it.
Yeah. So that will be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
And a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay, so that is
the first arrow. King, just spinning off into the void.
okay. That is 18, 22, 26 damage.
Nice.
Because they are
Nice.
favored enemy.
Are you attacking the same one that you've been attacking, or are you attacking the one that just shouted out?
The one that I've got Hunter's Mark.
All right, so that is not the one that you shouted out. Good to know.
Real quick, what did you say? The Cinder Brethren?
Cinder Brethren, yes.
Cool.
Gotcha. Cool. Nice, man. Nice.
Lucius will remember this.
Cool.
I need to get a button so that I can have that pop up, for each one of us.
Will
So
remember
it
this.
shows up on the screen whenever
Great.
the DM will remember this.
All right. Awesome. All right, so you fire off your arrows. They just go firing down. About 20 feet to your left-hand side, you watch as Clarissa once again lifts her hand in the air, and this time seems to just gonna conjure a wand out of the air, points it straight down at the individuals, and you watch as she kind of a shiver goes through her entire body, and pink bubbles just kind of just kind of go out the end. And she's like, "Oh, that's new," and points down again and releases another flaming sphere of just fire energy that just goes and just kind of slams against the shields. Apparently not doing really anything for these guys. However, these large pink pillars are now just kind of floating and drifting in the air right now, just slowly making their way down. This brings us to Dryden and Lucius.
Come on, boys.
You went first last time. You want to go first again?
I'll leave this one to you.
All right. Lucius, do you want to keep messing with this mess, or do you want to go grab something else?
I'm still on board with the chromatic orb.
All right. Intelligence. 9.
Yeah.
You're still working on the catapult?
Yeah.
He got it. You got it this time. I got it. You got
Such a
it.
goddamn waste. Such a goddamn waste.
Persistence is key.
You keep tinkering with it. You keep figuring it out. You find a lever and you pull it and you watch as the whole thing goes whoop, poof, and it slams down into the ground right in front of it.
Lucius, we gotta give
did
up,
it.
man.
Well, I mean, it was working for a second there. When you pulled the lever, it worked.
I'm done. Done with you. I lay down, face down on the ground, arms to my side, and just go. I'm now prone. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass.
It's like half your movement.
How much would that suck if something comes like flying down on top of us and I have to get up and I have to roll a fucking dexterity saving throw and I die because I laid down for a joke?
Oh, you have to move more than half your movement.
Oh my god.
You do watch as you lay down as about 5 more of these large shrieking fireballs just go flying over the wall. However, none of them seem to be aiming directly. However, they all go farther into the city. They're not really aimed for right there at the edge of the wall. Lucius, what are you doing?
I reach down and I pat Dryden on the head. And I say, "It's okay, buddy. We did fix it. We'll
Did
find
we?
something else."
Did we though?
Yeah, it was working.
Okay, go
It's
shoot
just
something
now
then.
it's- Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And go find a catapult, an unmanned catapult,
A ballista?
or ballista.
Yeah,
Sorry.
all right, so you head up to the ballista. Yeah, there's another one which you think you could probably operate. And that takes your whole turn, the rest of your turn to get up there though. Actually with your haste, no, you can get there pretty quickly. So you've still got you probably still have your action to get up there, honestly.
Let's do
Or
it.
to actually use it to probably load everything up. Once again, you guys see three different barrels, and then there's a full thing of ballista bolts and everything there.
Yep, I'll dip one in the middle bucket,
Yeah, go for it.
load it up, light it on fire, and go for the fire. Go for
Hell
it.
yeah.
As you light it on fire, blue electricity begins to spark.
Ooh.
Can I see this out of the corner of my
Make a
eye?
perception check.
Perception.
Perception. Come on. 21?
Yeah, you finish firing and you just look over and you see Lucius audibly standing there. He dips it in the middle one, and he goes to light on fire with the snap of his fingers, and it just begins to just elute electricity energy. You get the feeling the night mantles are and the battle mages of the night mantles are probably helping and trying to give you guys some work here.
Cool.
Blue lightning fire. I like it.
Yeah. So go home, roll me a d20, add 6 to it.
Yeah.
Not plus 66, just plus 6. 21.
Yeah.
Is what you needed.
That'll hit, baby.
It goes firing down. Which one are you aiming at? Or are you just aiming at the one directly below you?
Just below me.
Okay.
I haven't seen anyone else shooting.
That's
them,
true. So yeah, you just fire straight down. The bolt goes flying and actually arcs throughout, and seems to like just get the lightning seems to just comes crashing off of it as the faster it goes down. It slams directly into the shield of the one directly below you, and you think for a second, well, that did absolutely nothing. Before this loud just sound of almost 1,000 birds just shrieks out as the lightning courses over the shield and actually paralyzes the individual who's currently walking up the wall. And you watch as a portion of the shield just slide, like a good, like, probably, oh man, 30-foot portion of just this wall of shield just drops out and begins to slide back down the wall of Mirbar. Go ahead and roll me 3d10 and add an extra d12 of lightning damage to it.
Wow, that was some bad rolls. 11.
That's some bummer.
So,
Cool. Fucking Brontor rolls right there.
Yeah, I know.
gotcha. Cool. All right. Brings us back to their turn at the moment. They at this point have reached the very point where you watch as one, they all take one more step and they'll stop. Pretty much kind of to the point where now it looks like they are at like a straight T with the wall at this point. They're probably at this point about 40 feet down from you guys. So they're getting close. But
Cool.
so, but you now watch as in unison, they just kind of stand there and they seem to hold their ground. You hear the voice bellow out again. Goldrun, get your lazy ass back up here. As the fire giant who you just shocked and paralyzed starts to kind of slowly, awkwardly try to start walking his way back up, but he's still like shaking off the effects of electricity. So, brings us back to Brontor. You're up. What do you do, bud?
I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna play to the contour of the wall.
Okay.
And try to scoop up under their feet and try to break up their shields.
Just so you're aware, the shields literally all are interlocked at this point, or not interlocked, but they're all like buttressed right next to each other, especially at the ground. They've been kind of like slow. There's been like a pile of dirt that's been kind of like accumulating as they've been pushing up this wall at this point.
Okay.
So, there's not really much room. You can try, but there's not really much room.
All right, then I'm gonna focus more on the ground troops.
So you're gonna start firing at the orcs.
Start fighting the orcs that aren't part of Dryden's tribe.
Did
he tell us? Did he tell us what the banner was?
I did.
Okay,
I said that one is my tribe. I said that in the beginning.
So make a perception check then.
Okay.
Perception.
Perception. 15?
There's a lot of orcs out there, man. You think you can see probably in the section that Dryden's tribe is in. You're gonna avoid that section.
Yeah.
You'll deal with some of this.
I'll go the other way.
You'll go that way.
Yeah, Oppo. Here we go.
Fire.
21 to hit.
Oh yeah. Did you dip? So, are you dipping the ballista in anything or not?
In the third barrel.
Third barrel. Okay, so you dip it into the third barrel. As you load it, light the ballista. Nothing really seems to happen to it, but you're like, okay, fired off. Just goes arcing through the air and goes landing, and seems to land right through one orc as it does. Like, watches like a good probably about 30 or 40 of them scatter around them. They don't get out of the way before the bolt detonates, sending just this what you watch as like a good just probably 20-foot circle of them just seem to get all mowed over. Go ahead and roll me because the one orc they hit's dead. But go ahead and roll me 3d10 worth of force damage.
Cool. $20.
Yeah, probably about a good 30 orcs don't get back up. They're all just down at the moment.
Nice.
Tomph.
You're muted.
I'm gonna keep shooting that fire giant.
Yeah, go for it.
Is it the one? What am I shooting? The one that's kind of like in the lead, or like in order, kind of which way?
You're shooting the one that you 100 marked, which was 2 over from the one that has been shouting out, from what you can tell.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna Now, I assume with these guys being within 5 feet, I can use my Horde Breaker as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
This is where Tom shines.
Yeah. Well, that's. I was wondering how they were doing it. So.
Oh yeah, they're easily within.
They're
within 5. Oh yeah, they're within 5 feet of each other for sure.
Cool. Well, these are just gonna be regular shots. So.
Yeah, go for it.
It'll be 4 shots, total, and so it'll just be bouncing. So, target. Horde Breaker, target Horde Breaker, like I normally do.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so 13, 29, 12, and 23.
29 and the 23 hits.
Cool. So, don't get any Hunter's Mark. But he does take... he does take 24 damage, though, because he is one of my favorite enemies.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Minus 24, nice. Cool. Yeah, you fire off. The 2 arrows just go streaming down and end up actually catching him up in the upper shoulder. They look like very small, little tiny pinpricks from what you can see. Brings us to Dryden and Lucius.
So what did you end up doing, Lucius?
He moved to a ballista.
Yeah.
I'm up on the ballistas.
Okay. Is there another ballista available?
There is one more ballista available, yeah.
I run to said ballista.
Go for it!
Be sure you use the barrels of pitch. They're pretty OP.
Yeah, the
All
pitch
right.
barrels are great.
All right.
You race up, you get to the ballista, and off to your right-hand side, Dryden, you watch as you kind of glance far out into the battlefield, and you watch as like the entire front row of orcs just seemingly out of nowhere just seem to and just collapse. And make me an active perception check real quick.
Active perception? Okay. 8! I'm rolling like
There's a
shit tonight.
There's a real fast blur of movement and it's gone, and you're just like, what the fuck was that shit?
Since it's also my turn, can I actively proceed?
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead,
I
Joe.
like that we're sharing a turn.
We are sharing.
Dude, we are so
9.
shitty tonight.
Yeah, no, there's a real fast blur of movement a little farther back, and you watch as, like, once again, like a good, just like probably about 10 or 15 orcs just seem to crumple to the ground.
That's on the ground.
Yeah, that's like far down, like that's 200 feet down below you, but you see like portions of the orc army begin to be like just destroyed by some unseen force where you cannot see.
Shit, now I kind of want down there.
However, what are you doing?
Lucius, I want down the wall.
Oh shit!
Wait, you can jump. What?
I need
They're
something.
about-
Do you want
I
to
was gonna
ride a ballista down? I'll shoot you down.
I love even the DM was like, I mean, if you want to
You
just,
can try.
if you want to,
but-
it's not Fortnite.
This is straight up like Cirque du Soleil.
All right, I'm just gonna load up one of those.
You can do that in a fortnight? I don't think we have 2 weeks to spare, Joe.
Shut the fuck up, Lucius.
I love it.
What's the round I'm supposed to use right now?
Roll a d20. You're using a ballista bolt, which there's like
No, but they told me to use something else.
Oh, by the way, the barrels are fire, lightning, extra explosion.
There are 3 barrels of pitch right in front of you, like right off to the left of the ballista. And you like basically what they've been doing is they've been dipping the ballista bolts into them. So
I'd like to dip a ballista bolt into an extra explosion bit.
cool. You load it up. Roll me a d20 plus 6.
D20 plus 6.
And what are you aiming at?
You said there was giants down there?
There's giants about 40 feet below you right now is where their shields are at. And they're just kind of like now about like they were kind of like T-framed at this point.
Wait, I thought the wall was 200 feet tall. And
Yeah.
so
They've
they're
been
coming
walking
up.
up it.
Oh, because they're...
They've
They've been using their shields and pulling up.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to shoot at them motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're about 40 feet down right now. They're still like they've stopped at the moment, but they're about 40 feet down.
Hey.
23.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that'll hit. Go me ahead and roll me 3d10 and add an additional 1d12 of force damage.
What was the add what?
3d10, 1d12 worth of force damage.
So the 3d10 first, yeah.
So we're looking at 27.
Yup.
Nice. Are you aiming at the one directly below you, or well, you're just
I'm
so you're probably yeah. Okay, cool, gotcha. So I know which one you're aiming at. All right. Okay. So 27 points of damage. Good job, man. All right. So you watch as the bolt goes firing down, and one of the fire giants kind of like pokes its head up above just to kind of look and see. And
Bad idea.
it just kind of scrapes right across like the clean-shaven portion of his head, and seems to just kind of just create this nice groove along, actually piercing through the upper portion of his ear. He lets out a howl, "Ah!" And you watch as you watch as a hand kind of reach it, or not a hand. You hear a voice say, "Fool, stay behind your shield." However,
As a bonus action, I'd like to yell, "No! Don't stay behind your shield! It's dangerous!
Everybody pop up!
damn.
Free cheese!"
Huh? For real?
All right.
Is this guy
No
serious?
foolsies?
No foolsies. Oh, fuck.
This brings us to their turn.
Wait.
No.
Oh, sorry, Lucius' turn. You're up.
Yeah.
All right. So with haste, I've got 2 actions and a bonus, right? Essentially,
Basically, yeah.
I'm gonna do 2 ballistas at the same guy.
Which one are you
The
fi-
third barrel.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go for him
Okay.
for
Gotcha.
now, and then I will also have a bonus.
Gotcha. Are you aiming at
no.
the same guy that you dropped, or are you aiming at the
Yeah, the
different
same guy that fell down a
Okay,
little
that's
bit.
far down. Gotcha. Cool.
So I'm taking it the first one misses,
Yeah.
and so does the second one.
Yeah. They just go slamming boom, into the actual shield itself. It's yeah. They just kind of embed there. And at this point, you notice that on all of these spikes that are protruding off of these shields, every time they've been moving closer and closer, you see like something just kind of swing off of them, and you watch as one of the bolts that you fire doesn't even hit the shield, but hits one of these things that's just swinging on it, and just hits and embeds itself into it. There's a screech of pain as somebody lets out a blood-curdling scream as this giant ballista bolt is now embedded in their abdomen.
All right, killed one. I killed something.
Kill.
You did it.
They're still screaming bloody murder. They're not dead yet. They're still screaming bloody murder, though.
That's close enough.
Fair enough.
And
All right.
Now, so the gap that the dude fell down, can I see the fire giant next to that position?
Not really. No.
Damn.
I mean, you
I
can
was gonna
kind of
see.
like make me a perception check. I'll give you that.
Okay. That works for me. 18.
You can see him, but he's got 3/4 cover.
Excellent. I am going to cast Polymorph.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, what's
on
the range on polymorph?
60 feet.
What's the saving throw for that? Oh,
That
man.
is a wisdom save, and he needs to roll a 16.
Oh man. Oh, this is awesome.
What happened?
Polymorph, baby!
What did you do?
Lucius has polymorph now.
That's amazing. With a natural 8, you want what do you polymorphing into?
Bunnies.
Typical, I'm gonna go sheep.
Attack. Hit big pointy teeth.
So you watch, so Lucius, you watch as this fire giant, which you can barely see just the little portion of, and you begin to kind of just extend your mind down like the path of magic, and you can kind of sense the fire giant's mind right there, and you're just like, I don't like this, and snap your fingers, and whoop, the fire giant just looks very confused. Well, you can't even see him, but all of a sudden, just another portion of this iron wall just drops straight down the wall, and you hear, and you swear you hear a, and just kind of come up over the wall.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh man, that's amazing.
2 down.
You watch as the fire giant that you shocked is still slowly making its way back up, but like not anywhere near the pace it was originally. At this point, you hear a loud kind of you hear a voice just kind of you hear the voice that's been shouting these commands. Brethren, join me when you're able. And you watch as the fire giant who's been shouting all this opens up one of his arms, slams it into the wall, creating a nice kind of like just like a very like slams it into the wall just above him. With a natural 20, swings up over onto the actual top of the shield for a foothold. Reaches up to the top of the wall, right where Lucius is at. Actually, doesn't hit you. You manage to like kind of get out of the way as you watch the hand just kind of stand right where your ballista was, and pulls himself up with one of his shields and lands into the city further down. He turns and with his attack is going to make an attack against the wall. He takes his shield and bashes it into the wall, dealing 4 of those. All right, so he deals So let's see here. I can't math tonight. Deals 34 points of bludgeoning damage to Siege, and you just watch a giant crack just spider up the wall from where you guys are at. And it's here. I think we're going to take our 5-minute break.
No!
Something like that.
Awesome.
Oh,
Excellent.
hi, buddy.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey. I need to pee.
And
Go.
Rick immersion.
Cool. Are we doing the...
The standard one. We haven't discussed it at all yet.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi.
I'm Munchin.
I'm Shadow.
Haha!
Oh, dad joke! Yeah. Just a maybe.
So, yeah.
Going to be back. I gotta take my sweet tea back into the kitchen.
Once again, guys.
And then there was 2.
And then there was 2. The Riot Sessions got all new a whole new makeover of artwork from Mr. Farian Art himself. He did a top-notch job. In fact, I'm gonna blow these images back up during this break so that people can really take them in. He did a phenomenal job, and the fact that he does it all pro bono, unbelievable. He got it all to us within a week. He did it all for free, and it's just he has a real passion for Dungeons and Dragons, and you could tell just from talking to him. I finally was like, "You play, don't you?" And he was like, "Yup," and I was like, "Oh man." So it was just, he's a great guy to work with, and I really think he captured that one, the DM. I really think he did a great job with that. I mean, that one looks good as hell too, so. But what do I know?
It looks phenomenal.
And all the artwork is fantastic, and I gave him some really specific details. For instance, when Tom's pops up, if you look on the pocket, it actually has the word sand on it. Now, you won't be able to see that if I can blow it up fast enough. It says sand right on, and it's gone. But it says sand on his pocket because pocket sand. I swear to you, I have edited and dealt with more Tomf audio than you might realize, and every time Pocket Sand comes up, he like loses it. He gets so excited. So I wanted to make sure that was included, but as a whole, he did a fantastic job. The logo is great. You know what? We're gonna show the intro again.
Yeah.
We're gonna show
replay
again.
that.
All right, so stop talking now.
Varian!
Hey, Varian, there he is right there, guys.
Good job, my man.
Make sure you click on his link.
Yeah,
I
go
don't
check
believe
that guy
he
out,
streams
guys.
at all, but he is on Twitter under the exact same name, twitter.com/FarianArt, just like you see it.
Thank you so much, dude.
I'm gonna mute everything and show this intro. I had a buddy of mine. He basically, to be fair, he threw it into like a logo reveal kind of pre-made template, but it's still cool as hell. So I'm gonna show that real quick. All right. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna show the intro again. So that is the intro. We're unmuted again if you guys hadn't figured it out.
So cool.
It came together real well, and my buddy who made the Ranger Things intro, if you guys are familiar with that, he's the one who put that intro together for me. He did it on a whim, and like I say, hey, can you make this happen? He was like, I can whip something together for you. It won't be like an original piece of artwork, but I can put something together for you. And I think he still did a great job. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate his work as well. So Varian, thank you so much. It really adds so much to what we do here. And I think it immerses not only us as the players, trust me, it helps immerse me. It adds to my experience as a player tenfold. And look at the laundry. Look at that's some immersion right there.
Spotting his
That's
whites.
some immersion right there. But as a player, it helps me to immerse. But also as a viewer, I got to imagine being able to really understand these characters and what they look like has got to help understand what we're doing. So we can't say thank you enough, and I really do appreciate it. I know that's from all of us.
I agree.
Hi.
I'll shut up
Thank
if
you,
anyone
by the
wants to say something to Varian now instead of me just stroking his ego.
You captured the essence of literally every single
Stroke it
character.
pretty well, though.
Like,
I think I like to think
I'll
that I can
continue to
stroke.
stroke.
I'll
Until
put
he
it
tells
this
me
way.
to
Like,
stop.
I'll put it this way. Lucius, like, I never had like a real clear version of Lucius in my brain. Tom and Dryden pretty much were spot on exactly what I was thinking. Even Bronto, I don't think I had like a full version of him in my
Yeah,
head.
me too. I totally agree with both. With all four of what you said.
But like Lucius and Brontor, like you nailed them. It's just like that's their characters. Like that is totally them. It's amazing. And like I love Lucius's book that's just like hanging off the side consistently. And Brontor is I never really pictured him like I don't think I've ever pictured him that skinny or that like lack of armory, but it definitely makes sense for the character and I love it so much. I think his hammer is probably also my favorite part of that, but
I mean, and like I said in the beginning, the whole Brontor versus Dryden thing, it really illustrates the difference between the two. But I don't want to leave out of this discussion the DM picture. I know we talked about it at length already about how the old one wasn't exactly what we were looking for, but we went with it anyway. How do you take a guy who's putting together a thing and put him next to a bunch of like Middle Earthian style kind of guys? Like, how do you do that? where you show he's kind of got a millennial look to him. You know, he's got loosely tied shoes, kind of saggy pants, just a little bit a hoodie. I know you like to dress up too, but the picture, to be fair, the picture I sent him was you wearing a Critical Role hoodie that I found on Twitter.
I was gonna say I still wear a lot of hoodies too. It's
So
just
I know you're up in the Midwest there, so you know you're up north near me. So
it's so good.
But the point is how do you make somebody who's, oh my god, the elevator music video that I've been using forever just ran out on the 1 year anniversary. Go figure. But just the idea of it, of you being in deep contemplation over top of a D20. I know how much effort and time you put into writing these stories for us to go through, and then sometimes we just go, and we went left instead of right, and you go, shit, like.
All right, we're going that way.
Yeah, a lot of times you gotta play it by ear, and he does
every
a
now and then
phenomenal
you're just
job every
like,
week.
guys, make it a 15-minute break. I gotta scramble here, and we're like, okay. But I just think he nailed the essence of the DM and what we do here.
Every character.
He did a great job. Even the characters in action, like Brontor and Lucius, they're still not like grimacing. They're they're intense, but they're not angry. I don't know how to say it.
It looks like they're enjoying the moment, is what it looks like.
Yeah, they're more immersed than angry. They're in
and
the
Brontor
moment.
enjoys bloodshed.
I know.
It's amazing.
And so I just want to say, from all of us, Farian, we cannot say thank you enough. You really were. You found with a brief description. Now I know for the record, I want to apologize. I blew up his DMs on Twitter like I've never blown. Like I've gone through breakups where I did less crazy shit than I did with his DMs. Like there was one night at like 1 a.m. on like a Tuesday where I was just like, I'm gonna send him a bunch more shit and send him like 4 more pages of crap, and that's where the overlay came from. He was like, the next day he was like, I got you, boo, and I'm like, thank you, man. Like, it just amazing. The timeline was great. It really,
quality stuff in a short amount of time.
Very much.
It had so much, and anyone who's a streamer or has done content creation knows that this kind of stuff, just how much it helps. And God, I know. So, Farian, I'm glad that you enjoyed it as much as we do. Like, I thank you. So let's do 5-second replugs going down the line, starting with Cody Bedrock, where they can find you.
Hey guys, Cody Bedrock 36. You can find me on Twitch, Cody Bedrock 36.
Hey guys, I'm the Blue Ranger. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook at I'm the Blue Ranger.
Am I next?
Yep.
Yes, talking to your mic,
Hi, I'm
though.
ShadowCon. Hi, I'm ShadowCon. You can find me twitch.tv/ShadowCon or on Twitter @ShadowCon.
Because I have to
ShadowCon.
mute the music because he's so damn quiet.
Hi,
I'm sorry.
Hi, ShadowCon.
My name's Shadow.
Zach.
Hi, my name is
My name's Zach. Zach's on Twitter.
Yeah, we did it.
He does give away sometimes. He doesn't stream. And I'm your
Yes,
illustrious. I'm your illustrious Dungeon Master ShadowHack90, and you guys found our place. Haha.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Anyways, get back into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
As
go.
we are at it.
You know,
Fairly intense.
Play the game. Yeah.
Somehow my mic on my mixer got turned down.
Time to play the game.
All of a sudden, I was like, ShadowHack or ShadowCon, we can't hear you. Like, talk up.
Whatsoever.
Talk
I
up.
was the pickles.
Is that a little bit better?
Oh my God, shut up.
All
The
right.
pickles. The pickles.
All right. So, as another one of the fire giants drops down, this large individual slams one of his shields into the wall. Uses it as like a foothold in order to launch himself over into the actual city itself. Takes his second shield and just slams it, crushing it into the wall, dealing enough damage to like create a nice spider crack across the entire area. And at this point, I would like
To roll initiative.
No.
for you guys to roll me some initiative, por favor.
Initiative?
You want?
Initiative.
You saying you want a little something?
Oh, that's great.
Wow, my
There you
rolls
go.
are still shit.
Oh wait.
Wait, what?
Wait. Okay, there we go.
How'd you get a 21 roll and a 1?
That's why I'm very confused how what it did.
1 plus
It rolled a
17
1 plus
4.
17 for some reason.
Cool.
Why the fuck is it adding 17?
Okay. All right,
It's like,
party.
I don't think that's right.
Wait, that math doesn't even add up.
No.
It's
1
rolling-
plus
it's rolling-
17
Hold on.
is it
1d20
18 plus 4 is 22, not
I'm
21.
not questioning it.
Listen, the day that somebody can crit fail with a 21 is the day I quit playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. So let's get our map here up for you guys. Please note, I did not have a ton of time to specifically design a map for this.
My immersion.
You're
I'm
dead
sorry.
to
So
me.
broken.
You're dead to me.
Ruined.
So the
You're
green
the
area.
worst DM in the world.
Fucking about.
Wow.
All right. So,
A giant
Oh my
meteor
God,
comes
I'm
from
so
the sky
tiny.
and kills Dryden.
you guys are super.
So
fun.
where are we?
You guys are technically over here,
Oh, okay.
which is
That is off my screen.
Yep, mine too.
You ready?
Crap, you did that thing again where you made a map that sucks for streaming.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I literally can't see it. Is there any way we can move that over to the right a little bit?
Yes, we can. Give me 2 seconds, and yerp. Let's go there.
Oh, you are a god among mere mortals.
And move you. And the fire giant is there for you guys. You guys are technically, we're going to say that this green ledge here is the wall that you guys are currently on.
That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm going to draw in a little freehand here as well, just kind of make it. This way.
Boom.
Yep, that works. And
Oh,
if you
but
want
it's
to,
blue. I don't like it blue. All right, I'll fix it.
and it's going to be about, we're going to say it's about a 10-foot wide wall, or yeah, 10-foot wide wall.
I don't like it blue. I'm gonna fix it. Oh my god.
I fixed
I'm gonna
it.
fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it.
I can still fix it.
I can still fix it.
Make an assessment. All right.
Gotta build.
Attached
a
to your
wall.
rod, brother liquor.
It's attached to your rod, you mother liquor.
All right. So let's see here. Tom got a 19. Lucius got an 11. Dryden got a 10. And Brontor rolling up to the end here with an 8.
Save the
Makes
best for
sense.
last.
Makes sense.
I've been doing good all the way up to initiative.
Doing pretty decently as of so far.
I have rolled
There we
between
go.
7 and 13 all night, and so I
Look at
expect
that
to
wall.
just die.
Oh, so guess what, bro?
So you guys are on the wall at the moment.
Now that'd be a wall.
All right. So, right, you guys are on the wall. Make sure we have all that.
Oh no! Oh no! It broke!
What broke?
My drawing.
Wait, what's wrong?
I started
Skill.
drawing and something fucked up and it started scribbling all over the screen.
Make you guys a little larger here. I think. Alright.
Ooh, I like it when someone can make me larger.
Giggity. And then we're still waiting on Lucius
Jesus.
and Tomps to get in here. Oh, there's Tomp.
I'm here.
Oh.
Make Tomp a little bigger as well. And I don't know where Tomp. Oh, there's Lucius. There we go.
I'm not a good drawer.
What are you guys drawing?
Just things and stuff.
I hate
We,
you all.
we built a wall.
We
We're gonna
did
make the
build
fire.
a wall.
Oh my
We're gonna
God.
make the fire giants pay for it.
We did.
I'm done.
We're trying to keep the orcs out of our country.
Winter
God.
is coming.
All right.
We're trying to keep orcs out of our country. Are you serious right
That's
now?
what he just said. Also remember all of you do have a D6 of inspiration that you guys can utilize.
Oh yeah.
So keep that in mind. This brings us to the top of the initiative round.
Whoa.
Hey.
Something happened there.
I'm fixing it. There's multiple walls being had right now, and I wanted to get rid of my extra one.
Right. So, all right. Top of the initiative round brings us to Tomf. You're up.
Cool. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Is that- That's not the guy that I've got marked, though, right?
No. This is the guy that's been shouting out information and shouting out tons of things, and kind of seems to be shouting out different names of individuals. Seems to be shouting out shouting out commands and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to spike growth.
Cool.
The wall.
Spike growthing the wall. Gotcha.
Chill.
All right, go ahead and draw them when you're ready.
I'm going like down the wall though.
You're going down the wall towards the giants.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I can. All right, I got this.
I gotcha. Technically, it should be curving the other way. Doesn't matter. I didn't
Spike
make it.
growth.
Oh my god.
Killed it.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
This is amazing.
This is amazing. Anyways, okay. So Tomf, you take an arrow, just aim it back down the wall at the other fire giants. It ends up spreading out and ends up hitting just the entire wall and spike growthing a good portion of it. You're gonna take it about 2 or 3 giants. You're gonna have some issues getting up here if they try to do the same thing that he did. This brings us to his turn.
Spike growth.
All right, he
Spike right there.
is going to once again take. You can see this individual now. This large fire giant with a what appears to be his eyes seem to glow this kind of ember red color. A large black iron helm set upon his head with 3 spikes that come off of the top of it, almost in a crown pattern. You see he's wearing almost full plate armor, and he has one of his large shields with him. This individual is easily about 30 feet tall at the moment.
Big fella.
His eye level is kind of with you guys right now at the top of the wall. Actually, no, his eye level is a little higher than you. He takes his shield and once again drives it right back into the wall, right at the same place he just hit, and he's going to, hit it, and he's going to deal his siege damage against the wall. Let's get that. So that's. All right, that's gonna be 36 points of damage to the wall as he once again kind of pulls out the shield, a bit of rumble crumbling away, and he just boom slams it again. More cracks just kind of spread out amongst the wall, and you watch as a good huge portion of it just kind of collapses inward towards you. I need for Dryden and Brontor to make dexterity saving throws.
Where's my mouse? There it is.
Hey, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, wow. From
yeah.
us tonight?
Yeah. So Brontor and Dryden, you guys are able to both dodge out of the way as a 15-foot portion of this wall, from. Come on, damn it. Meow. Like a good 15-foot portion of this wall from here to here just kind of crumbles in and crashes down onto the actual individual. That is his action.
Does that put my ballista out of commission?
Yeah, oh yeah, that ballista that crumples down and falls down to the ground, just kind of scatters the ground. Roll me a d20.
both of us, or just Gruntor?
You can roll one as well to see how your ballista's doing.
I would love to know how my ballista's doing. Oh no!
Better wasted on that one though. Let's be real here. Yeah, no, you watch as the ballista kind of crumbles down and it's just like buried in rubble. Both of them are.
Shit.
So this brings us to Lucius.
You already know what it is. Polymorph. Wait,
you know
am I still
what it
hasted?
is.
Are you still hasted?
Black and yellow.
I bet you're hasted probably for the first 2 rounds of combat.
Polymorph.
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so it's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
Turn him into a
versus
newt.
six.
I got better.
I got better.
I got better.
Okay, here we go. What's he trying to beat?
16.
All right. He rolls a natural 17, unfortunately. So
Oh,
I will bend
Good
his luck.
yeah, bend it.
Yeah.
go for it. Drops it to 16. He still beats it.
Damn it.
No.
All
Tie
right.
goes to the runner.
All right, so you
Go ahead.
so you watch as you cast a spell down towards him, and you watch as the spell kind of goes flying at him. It hits him square in the chest, and you expected him to change form and shift, but he just shakes it off and looks up at you, and you see like this burning, just coal embered eyes glance up at you and a small smile. Gotta try better than that, Sonny.
And try I will. Lightning bolt.
Go for it, yeah.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Dexterity save
Yep.
with a 3. No.
32 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
And then for my last, I will quicken a slow
That's slow. All right.
Say what?
and hit him. I'm gonna quicken a slow.
Damn.
What?
I'm going to quicken.
All right, so you quicken a slow. You watch
I'm
as
sorry?
the form.
One more time.
I'm going to quicken.
This brings us to Dryden's turn.
Say again?
I'm going to.
You're done. Dryden, you're up.
Is there anything I can throw at him?
You guys still got
No.
javelins, don't you? There's ballista bolts behind you.
Axes.
I grab a ballista bolt
Oh.
and I dip it in the explosive shit. I rage and I chuck that sumbitch in his face.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an attack, and
Was
add
this a D20?
D20 plus your that's a ranged attack. So add me your dexterity modifier. And you're not proficient with ballista bolts, but
I am
So-
with javelins though.
different things.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Go ahead and roll your proficiency with it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait, what's
Ooh.
the proficiency on? What's
And gears are +3, right? Or +2 right now? +2 or 3?
3.
3?
Oh, yeah, +3. Yeah.
So
It's 3.
22.
Yes, 3.
Yeah, that'll hit. You chuck the ballista bolt at it. Go ahead and roll me 3d10 plus 1. Well, technically 2d10 because you don't have the extra strength for the ballista itself. Only 2d10 for the damage plus the 1d12 of force damage. Is that what he does?
Use the force.
Well, it was only a 3 anyway, so regardless, it probably is accurate. So 10. Wow, that was
Nice.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Oof.
2d10
So you
and a d12, and I got 10 points out of it.
So you take the ballista bolt, chuck it down at him. It actually embeds right into the upper breastplate of his iron armor. And you watch this, there's like this little ching, as like a little bit of it just kind of poofs out a little bit. Tickled. All right. Anything else, Dryden?
No.
All right, Pronto.
Cool.
Wait a minute. I get. Well, I don't know how this works, but I get 2 attacks normally. Can I do it again?
If you want
Only
to.
when you're doing melee, though.
Is it
Not
only when I'm
ranged
doing
attacks.
melee? No, I mean.
I don't
You've
know. I
thrown
thought,
2
I thought
javelins before,
you
haven't
had,
you?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
normally get 2 attacks. It's 2 full attacks is my.
Oh, maybe it's the rage damage doesn't apply to the
Yeah. No,
Right,
it's where is it?
Yeah, you get an extra attack. You can attack twice when you take the attack option.
Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take an attack action on your turn.
Yep. So go ahead and attack again if you want.
I do it
I was
again.
Yeah,
Do
go
it,
for it.
baby.
The rage
20
damage.
plus your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency modifier. Good save.
19.
You chuck it. This time he's expecting it, and he brings up one of his bracers and kung.
19 doesn't hit this asshole. He's a giant.
21's to hit.
Well, he is missing one of his shields, so that reduces it easily. Okay, so it does reduce it by 5, so that would hit technically.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, come on.
yep. Okay.
Finish him.
So go ahead and roll damage on that.
Nice.
18.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. He did it once before, and I was like, "Was that? Did I?" It did it again.
What?
You peaked hard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hard. I don't know what
Like it was a chirp kind of peak.
I'm sorry.
that was a software problem, not anything you
Yeah.
did.
Okay. All right. Brontor, you're up.
All right. How far is the catapult away from me?
The broken one?
Yeah. Let's see if I can go over there and fix it real
It's
quick.
down
Oh, it's way down now.
past the giant. It's probably over here.
All right, forget it. I'm gonna give him
Over
the blood
here.
curse of the old.
Can you thing, please? Yeah, it's.
He's within 30 feet, so I'm gonna give him the blood curse of mutual
Oh, yeah.
suffering
Okay. Blood curse.
and blood curse of the eyeless.
Blood curse of the islet. All right, go ahead and mark those things off.
Yep.
Suffering
And
eyeless
that'll
and
do it.
next attack. Gotcha. Top of the round. This brings us to Tom.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
That should be just my catchphrase.
Now question. Yes.
Yeah, now question. The quote-unquote pitches that we're talking about with the ballistas, what are those? Are they like barrels that they added the ballista into, or are they something they dipped the ballista into, or
Yeah, it's
what?
like
It's
magical
the
tar
like-
that they're putting on top of the bullets.
Yep.
Or
Is
the
there
harpoons.
any of those nearby?
There's about within range of you. There's probably about 3 more about 10 feet behind you, as like about 6 of them all dropped off as the top portion of this wall crumpled in.
Okay, I'm
Do it.
going to. Are they like like little bucket things, or?
Just little buckets, just little buckets you can carry back and forth.
Ooh. Well, then I'm going to run and grab a bucket. Or
Yeah.
if I go to one of the buckets, can I still see the giant that's already gotten into the area?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah. 20.
From the buckets themselves, no. Especially if you're like kind of crouching down, you wouldn't be able to. You'd have to move. You'd have to move like across the 10-foot gap to get to a place where you actually would have a shot on him, or you'd have to like jump up and fire.
Look, so I can't see him where I'm at right now?
So basically, like where you like the walls, like there's like little like I don't know what they're called. Like there's like basically like a ledge like that you got that kind of like stops people from falling off at the top of this wall.
Battlements.
Battlements, yeah.
like a safety gate.
Kind of.
Yep.
Well, if you
So-
pull up that first picture you had up, they had him on there.
Cool.
Well,
So, anyways.
so is it on each side of the wall then?
Yeah, it's on each side of the wall. Like there's kind of like this, and then it drops down, and then there's the walkway,
Yeah,
and
it's
then it
like
goes
a
back
U.
up. Yeah, and it
Yeah.
does, yeah.
But how have I been shooting over there? I guess that's where I'm.
Oh, that's
Drunk.
right. This is built for dwarves. Sorry, you're
Aha!
right. This is built for dwarves, and you're slightly shorter than dwarves.
I'm
You had a box that's no longer gone.
okay. Well, that's why I was like, well, I don't understand.
You're right.
how
I'm
I
making
was
this more
shooting it.
complicated than it should be. You can see the giant. from
I
your-
mean, it's fine. Either way, I was gonna go grab one of the buckets and get to where I could see him.
Yeah, we'll say that you do that. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what bucket it is, but I'm gonna dip both my arrows into the tar thing and shoot at the giant.
All right, go for it.
So this will just be regular attack. No, what? No. We're gonna do it as a Hail of Thorns. So first one's gonna be Hail of Thorns, and the second one's just gonna be a regular attack.
Roll me the Hill of Thorns first.
Yeah, this is just the attack.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Wow.
buddy. Yeah, that'll hit.
All
Crit!
right.
Holy shit.
Okay, and then this is the second attack.
Do it again.
All right, so it's 22.
Both hit, yeah.
Okay, so this is the roll for the
Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns. 1d10. So, okay, so that is 7, 14, and then another 8, right? Because of the dice doubled.
Yep.
Is there anything that the tar did?
Yes.
Okay.
Just give me your base damage first before I have
Okay.
you roll it.
Okay. So there was 14, 8, so that's 22. Then plus another 4 damage because he's my favorite enemy. But is that just is that double as well? No, that's just a modifier.
It's just the dice damage, not modifiers don't double.
Yep. So it's 26.
26 damage.
Yes. Oh, that
Wow.
was just the first arrow.
Okay. Give me your second arrow as well.
Second arrow is 14, so that's 40 damage.
So 40 damage total.
Yep.
Wow.
GG's, bro.
Voice.
All right. So just from a narrative
Snap.
standpoint, you take the first arrow, you pull it back, and you watch as the shaft kind of splits into a bunch of different thorny bits. You fire it off. As you do, you
I hate it when
hear
my shaft branches off into a bunch of thorny bits.
Hey, sometimes
Uncomfortable.
You watch
just
to say
gotta
the
go
least.
through it, man.
Penis
watch-
joke.
you watch as it twists and twirls as it just kind of scatters into about 100 different splinters, and you watch as all of them gain some form of electric shot that just goes flying, and they all seem to kind of like homing missile go slamming into this entity. Go ahead, or into this fire giant. Go ahead and roll me an additional 3d10 worth of lightning damage.
Okay.
It's not doubled, but go ahead and roll the 3d10 of lightning damage for it.
20.
Yeah.
Snap.
Yeah.
You're approaching Geth levels of damage.
Yeah, you watch. They all go
Dude,
slamming
guys.
into
Except
are my
it
thing.
happened once or twice a year. Unlike Geth, who was like, hey, it's a Wednesday. I can do 87 damage.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
Pow, 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 pow.
Sorry, didn't mean to shoot off my Gatling gun.
It was high noon every time.
You fire off the second shot. You watch as like the electricity just courses through his body. He's still standing, and he's still got like a wide smile on his face at this point.
Boo.
As he smiles, you do see a little trickle of blood kind of just come out of his chin into his beard.
Right.
Wipe yourself off. You're bleeding.
You bleeding, you fool.
This brings us to his turn.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I done pissed him off.
He, at this point, will reel back. The electricity energy is still chucking through him, and he's going to make one more attack against the wall at this point.
Dan Bug
Using
says he
siege.
breaks the wall.
Using his siege ability, which with that roll he will, and he's got to roll over 24 damage. But luckily the dice get doubled, so we'll see how he does. There's my phone because I can't math tonight. All right, so that is that. What did I say I have to beat? 24?
A 3.
24.
They had to be to 24.
Oh no,
damage, I think.
48. I had it backwards.
Did I really say 48?
Yeah, you have to beat a 40.
No. you
First
said
order-
24.
Okay, so he rolls 28 points of damage as he takes the shield one more time, and with his only action that he can do this turn, boom, slams it in, and this entire portion of the wall just crumples. I need for everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throws.
Saving throws.
Hey, I live. I think.
Probably.
You should have advantage, by the way.
Oh
Try
yeah,
it,
I can
guys,
see
yeah.
it, can I?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm gonna
oh,
go ahead and.
Thanks for the
advantage.
reminder.
No,
Thanks
no.
for ruining that whole thing from earlier. Ass hat. 17 would have been fine on that one. 17 would have been just fine.
Okay, guys, I haven't had a new moment in a while. I've been remembering my advantages.
You're such a cock. You're such
right,
a
so-
dick.
Tom,
Oh.
so
Wait
Tom,
till I
you
tell
mentioned-
my girlfriend about this. I'm sorry, that was a low blow.
So Tom manages to actually land off the wall, 3-point landing. Dryden was able to do the same thing. He actually was able to kind of jump in between the different. Tom Van Dryden was able to kind of jump in between the different rubble and actually land very 3-point landing Avenger style on the ground near the end of the. Lucius, however, lands and falls very much prone, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he lands very much prone. And Brontor with a
No.
9.
Did he technically do that damage to me?
No, he did not.
Ah, damn.
No hellish rebuke for you.
Not
You're prone, and then Brontor, is it the 9 or the 17 I'm looking at?
did I get advantage?
No, it was just Dryden.
Okay, then 9.
Okay, so you also land prone, and you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as well.
He takes half that.
It was not him that was attacking you. It was the wall that was falling on
Oh, bollocks.
you. This is a falling damage.
But
not
he
him.
takes half that.
Yeah,
No.
right?
No.
If we all
Not how
say
it
it,
works.
guys, it'll become law. I've watched enough political television to know that this is how it works.
I rolled a 38, by the way. For
I saw. Oh man, 38 is gonna be interesting.
The wall takes half, yeah.
Wait, we don't want the wall to take any more damage.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
judging by that look,
I
from
forgot about this one.
Nathan, it's
Okay, so-
gonna be interesting.
So as you land, Lucius, and you feel this, I just gotta add this on because it's funnier that way.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get to be a midget with me?
All right.
Are you a koala bear with 2 penises?
That's a thing?
Every koala bear has 2 penises. They're bipenal.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm not making that up.
All right.
Look it up.
Wouldn't he just be a koala bear?
All right.
For real?
Like,
So
But that's a selling
Uh,
point of being a koala bear is that if you're a male koala bear, you get 2 penises. Then again, if you're a male, female koala bear, you get 2 vaginas. So I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it.
okay.
well, if you're a hyena, male or female, you get a penis. So
Wait, what? What?
Moving on from this discussion and back into the game.
What?
it's
All
a
right.
pseudo penis. But anyways, we're playing D&D, not Animal Discovery.
What?
Male seahorses carry the babies.
I knew that one.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Anyway, moving
Hey,
on.
back to the game.
All right. So,
Wait.
So-
What? I'm just-
so Lucius, as you are, as you're there, trying to get up, you hear a small little popping noise that, as what can only be described as a jellyfish with a large mouth, 2 tentacle stalks coming out of its head, where there's like 2 giant eyeballs and about 20 or 30 just random jelly tentacles just kind of around it. It kind of like looks around at a situation, looks over at you. Its eyes, the eye stalks kind of narrow in and then get really wide, and the mouth opens wide, and a tongue just lolls out, and it starts like freaking out, and is apparently very afraid of you. At
Sounds
this
like
point.
an Adult Swim cartoon.
There is now a flump in the battlefield, and it is very afraid of Lucius.
Cool.
Flump.
All right.
Is that a technical term?
Yep. What's the save against the slow that he has
Against
to
the
make?
flump?
16.
What was that?
16.
16. All right. And what
My
type of
cousin
throw is
was
it?
murdered by a flump.
Wisdom, I believe.
All right. He rolls a 15 plus 1 for wisdom, so he makes that.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So he's no longer slowed, but he does still have however, I think Blood Curse of the Eyeless is off as well. Is that correct, Cody? Contour?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, but mutual suffering sticks around. Gotcha.
Correct.
All right. So, this brings us to Lucius's turn.
Boom. All right, so still hasted.
Yeah,
Mirror images.
go for it. All right, so you're still prone, and a bunch of different Luci appear.
Luci?
Luci.
We now have a plural for Lucius because it happens so much.
As they all
Can I make them
appear.
form behind the fluff?
It's a flump, and sure,
Flump.
yes.
Like back here?
Yeah.
Kind of cornering him.
It sees all of them and literally just starts freaking out even more, and it's just like running back and forth, very anime style, like off the screen, back onto the screen, back off the screen, onto the screen, and it's just screaming. Its eye stalks going very wild, going and it's just
So this thing is literally a flying spaghetti monster.
yes, that's exactly what it is.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like it. He's my buddy.
I can dig it.
I can dig it. I've created a religion.
I've created a religion.
Next
All
thing you
right.
know, we're gonna have to start talking about global warming and pirates
Thank you.
and their direct correlation.
Next step, 2 chromatic orbs. So I'm hasted, so I
was
got
gonna say
that.
this is your last haste round, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 of them, and I had 2 stored in the ring.
Yep.
Boom! Yes! Oh
Damn.
man!
Oh,
GG's, bro.
Go for it.
And I'd like them both to be
Oh.
lightning damage.
Yeah.
Go for
So
it.
what's
Go
the-
for it.
19 doubled,
38.
38, and then the 13, 40, 51.
Yes.
So 51 total. Jesus. You conjure 2 chromatic orbs. Boom, boom, just fastball special them. They go spiraling and slam right into the upper portion of his upper shoulder blade, and just you watch as his entire body goes rigid for a second, as before it slumps down. All right, not what I expecting for the day.
I yell out, "Was that better?"
They all 4 of them yell out. All right,
I mean,
that took
we are the Rat Squad.
All right. This brings us to Trident.
Who stepped away?
And he's gone.
And he gone.
And he's gone.
Okay. Brontor.
Yes. Wait, Dryden's back.
Hi.
You're up, Dryden.
Trident, what are you doing?
All right. Did we just kill somebody?
Fine.
Though.
He's just mad.
Can I hit him? Is he like somewhere I can hit him?
His shins are.
Cool. I'm gonna hit his shins with Savage Attack with the hell.
Go for it.
First attack, 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'm still raging, by the way.
Not anymore.
16, and then we're gonna add D4 to that. So we're 18 damage on the first hit.
Is any of that fire damage?
Yeah, two
right.
of it.
All right, so you go and slam the axe boom, into the like upper portion of his ankle, and it slams there. You urge the hell to ignite, and you watch the flames lick up onto his body and onto his like upper portion of his, or the lower portion of his calf, and he looks down. Thank you. That feels very pleasant, as the fire seems to have no effect on him at all.
I hit him again.
Go for it.
with a 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
Yeah. This time you go up and hit him again. It's kind of in the same spot, and you're hitting armor, and you're like dinging like right past like his I believe the greaves, not the greaves, the shin guards.
The bootlets.
Sure. You're hitting like you can feel yourself hitting muscle and flesh, but it doesn't really seem to be doing as much damage as you're expecting him to. However, that is everything else right now, or you're good? Cool. Brings us to Brontor. You're up.
Okay. I am going to shoot him with my siege crossbow.
Go for it.
And what is the attributes on that? Stand by.
Stand by.
Plus 2d force.
Yeah, go for it.
2d4 force damage. All right, cool. And crossbow. Go. And that'll
That was
be.
such a tease.
Ugh, that was such a bad roll there. All right, one more time.
Yeah. Both bolts go flying up, and unfortunately, Brontor, you're on the side where his shield is still there, and they just ting ting. They go slamming into two of the bodies that are hanging from the spikes that are on there, and you hear one of them let it go. No, ah! Before it explodes, and the body's just torn asunder.
Well, you got a kill.
Yeah. All right. Bonus action. Blood Curse the Eyeless.
All right, Blood Curse of the Eyeless. Make sure you're marking that off.
Marking it.
Do you lose hit dice for this, or is it actual damage you're taking, or what? I forget how that works.
The Blood Curse of the Eyeless, he just takes -3 on attack.
I was
rolls.
like, don't you take something for doing blood curses?
No. It's
Okay.
just I just take away from my Blood Curse. I have 6 of them.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm down to 3.
All right, today it brings us to the top of the initiative order. And at this point, you watch as there we go. That's what I want.
I do take away from my hit points if I fire at my hammer.
That's what I thought. Okay, I couldn't remember. All right. So, you watch as coming through the breach at this point, a large hand, similar to the one that you currently are seeing, pulls itself up over and into the actual breach as a second one of the fire giants.
Does it take
Individual.
any damage from the magical?
It takes it does take damage from the spike growth. Go ahead and roll. It probably moved about 40 feet through the spike growth. So whatever that equals out to.
I'm just gonna ping it again. 2d4. So, and he moved 40. So that's
Or how big is it? It's a 20-foot radius. Yeah, so it pretty much moved the entire because they were 40 feet down, and you.
so 16d4,
Sure, go ahead and roll that.
right? Because that's 5 times 8. So
5.
Yep, 16.
Go ahead and roll that.
Man, I love spike growth sometimes.
Spike growth is pretty dope, man.
16d4. 37 damage.
Nice.
Not bad at
A
all.
lot of 1s, but a lot of 4s too.
Nice. Well, very nice. You watch as this individual climbs up through the area, and he seems to be lugging something up behind him. And as he gets to the top of the breach and gets into the breach, he turns around. September, your shield, my lord! And he throws one of the shields to the fire giant in front of you.
Boo.
September is going to use his reaction to catch the shield. And his AC is back up to where it used to be.
Boo.
All right. This brings us to Tomf. You're up, bud. Unfortunately, that is the entirety of that fire giant's turn. He can't really do much more than that.
It's good for us.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Yep, go for it.
And you know what? I'm gonna use the freezing shot.
Go for it.
My boo. So this will just be a standard thing with the freezing shot.
Yep.
Ripperoni and cheese. So that's a 16.
Nope.
You're
All right.
inspired.
You are inspired. You do have a
That's-
D6 of inspiration.
Oh, all right. We're gonna use this. Thank you. I always forget to use
Yep.
these
Yep,
things.
Everyone's
Noob.
got a D6 of inspiration.
21.
Boom.
Nice.
Bada bing.
You take the arrow, pull back, and you're just about to let go before you remember, before you like slightly adjust your aim. You're just like, that looks like a better spot, and you aim about probably another like 10 feet up. You release the arrow with a slight blue mist kind of falling behind it. It arcs through the air and finds just a perfect crack, like right in between the armor in his armpit, and it hits him, and ice just crackles all throughout. How much damage did you take?
The arrow was 9. The ice was 3, and then +4 for favored, so
16.
16.
Nice.
And then my second attack.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah.
Is he hunter's
25.
marked?
No.
He's not Hunter's
My
Marks.
the dude so where is in retrospect the guy that's hunter's marked that because I should be able to keep tabs on him.
He's right there.
Oh, that's him. Cool. Good to know. So
The guy coming through the breach is the one who's Hunter's Marked.
okay, so then can I roll or is it just range attacks? Yeah, we found that out. It's just when I make attacks at him.
Yeah.
Okay. So he took 12 damage again.
Yeah, cool. Nice. And your second
So
arrow.
16.
And you're attacking the initial one through the breach?
Yeah, still him.
Gotcha. All right, cool. All right, gotcha.
So
Are they
total-
within 5 feet of each other?
They are not.
No.
I tried.
Yeah, I know.
I appreciated that, but no, they're not.
They're about
Um,
15.
All right. Brings us to Zaltember's turn.
No.
More like Zal loser. Oh,
More like-
nailed it.
More like,
Sick burns.
I don't even have anything.
All right. He is going to attack. Oh man, what does he want to do? This will be fun.
Not Brontor, not Brontor, not Brontor, not Brontor.
Yeah, he's gonna use shield charge in the direction of Dryden and Tomf.
Oof.
He's been getting a little pissed off at these. So, he is moving in a straight line along
Can I
the
push
line.
Tomp out of the way?
Make a strength check.
I get advantage on that. Fucking where the hell is he when I need to brag about that? Oh!
Yeah.
GG's with
He's
it.
not even here.
Yeah.
He's not even here.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
You watch as this individual as Zaltember turns and slams his shields together, placing them back down on the ground. And you watch as it just begins to move. Like you hear this familiar but sound, and he starts moving very quickly and very fast. You grab Tom by the scruff of the scruff of his neck and his cloak, and just chuck him as hard as you can. He goes flying this way. That's your reaction this turn.
Yep.
As he goes slamming into a tree.
Son of a bitch.
No,
Just like-
you're welcome. Shut your dirty whorish mouth. You weren't even here.
Yeah.
Well, what happened then?
You were about to die, and I just saved your life with a crit using the advantage that I remembered because I'm not a noob.
All right.
There you go.
So
I just, it wasn't necessarily, I was just like, what the fuck happened? I get back and I just see Top go, yeah, across the map. I'm like, what?
So Dryden, that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. You take. Making sure I'm reading this right.
Halved, whatever it is.
Okay. You take. Listen here.
Did I take damage? by
No.
the way?
I threw you into the brush.
You got thrown into a tree.
Okay.
Is that right? Okay, cool. So you take. Come on.
38d4.
No. So you take 23 damage, 23 bludgeoning damage, which is halved.
12.
And then you take an additional 2d6 worth of fire damage.
Sick burn, brah. I'm so sorry.
You take 7 points of fire damage, and an additional 2d6 of piercing damage.
Oh, damn. I was really excited about being in
And-
3 digits still, even after that.
And so 5. So a total of 5 points for the piercing damage. Now I need you to make a strength saving throw. Got to be a 21. Oh, nice.
Wow. Tiger's the runner.
That's pretty good.
Hey.
Clutch.
Damn, nice. All right, so you manage. So as the shield comes slamming into you, you actually come slamming into you. You feel the hell, kind of like you use that partially to block, but one of the large spikes comes and cuts you right across the cheek and the upper portion of your shoulder. It's going to leave a nice scar. As it does, you catch a glimpse of a halfling individual just being that's dangling from one of the chains, completely nude and just screaming out in absolute agony, saying "Run, run!" And before the shield boom, slams you off to the side and shoves you just 5 feet this way as Alcindra continues to moving over here, further along the wall. And you watch as he takes out about like 4 or 5 other axe members as they kind of just go flying off to the side. However, that is his turn.
And I yell out, "Yeah, you best run away!" Told him.
It brings
Got
up
him.
Knights of the Told Republic.
Lucius, you're up.
Yeah, you better, you fiery ass bitch.
I'm gonna stand up first of all.
Stand up.
Check on my flump. How's he doing?
He is still
Yeah,
freaking
no.
the fuck out.
It's good. It's good.
He's a mad turkey.
We'll keep it that way.
It's like Jar Jar and turkeys had a
Kinda,
baby.
yeah.
With
Okay.
spaghetti.
I would like to pull out one of the bodies
Oh, I was worried.
from the hole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I am going to try
I want to pull out from the hole.
and pump arcane energy into the body.
Pump it.
I know the spell's not ready yet. I just want to overload the body with arcane energy as a makeshift bomb.
Body bomb.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Let's find out what happens. All right. So are you holding the body in your hand then? I take it.
It'll just be like on the ground. I'll
All right. So
pump the energy into it and then chuck
So
it.
using your action, you open up the portable hole and you pull out a body. You plop it down on the ground. This will probably be your bonus action here to pump it full of. Sure, we'll give this a shot. So pump it full of arcane energy.
Yep.
Oh boy. What's your spell casting skill?
Charisma.
All right. Make me a charisma check.
Charisma check. Charisma check. 16.
All
Let's
right.
add the advantage to it because, or not advantage, but inspiration.
Nice.
18.
You squat down and you watch as all 4 of your other mirror images also squat down, not currently doing anything apart just to random air that's in front of them. And your hands begin to glow with this vibrant green color that seems to almost kind of start radiating, that seems to radiate from the book at your hip and radiates up your arms and down into the actual body. You watch as the body pulses.
Yes.
Fu-fu. Fu-fu. And you watch as the veins begin to turn this sickly green color as well. Although I guess since it's technically a drow, it's well, no, it would still be that green color because it's starting to glow. But
Yes.
It's glowing. There's something happening. You're not sure exactly what though.
I say to Brontor next to me, Brontor, throw this at that guy that's coming through the wall.
As Brontor is slowly getting up off the ground.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we can do it. We can do that.
Right him.
And that's it.
Dryden, you're up.
I'm up.
Do you want me to subtract anything? For,
No. Yeah, Dryden's up.
Do you want me to subtract anything for using the spell? Like sorcery points or spell slot or what?
Nah.
Yes.
How tall are these guys?
60?
They're each roughly about 30 feet tall, 37 feet tall. They're pretty big.
All right. Gonna be stupid.
Go for it.
It's always a good thing.
Go for it. Shut up. Shut
I
up.
always- I always hey, this is just to break the fourth wall for a second, as we've been doing all night. If you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, just go make stupid choices. It's fine. It's fun.
There's no consequences. I haven't been playing this character for a year or anything.
There's awesome epic moments that come out of making stupid decisions.
Like
And
body
death.
bombs.
Like what's
Yeah,
about
awesome.
to happen.
And
Right.
also epic tragedies that come
And
out
also
of
epic tragedies.
I run up to
decisions of
this sumbitch right here
Who's currently
clearly
moving away from
all
you. Gotcha.
Who's clearly all tuckered out and full of woe. And I pull out my hand axes and I jump as high as I can and start lodge one into his armor and begin
All right.
climbing up his armor.
All right, make me an athletics check.
With pleasure, my good sir. Ah, shit. 15. Yo, that's how
got
high
it.
my fucking athletics is. I rolled a 7 and got a 15.
You've got inspiration.
Oh!
You have inspiration.
Oh!
It's a
Nope,
D6.
It's a D6.
It's a
D6.
Oh, ignore that, my friend. I thought it was a D4.
That's a
Oh,
D6.
fuck!
Ah.
I'm gonna use
All right.
Tides of Chaos.
So you go racing forward, boom, 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 chasing after the fire giant, Zaltember, who is currently racing forward. You leap in the air. You as hard as you can. What's your strength score?
20.
Is that how that works? Hang on. I forget how jumping works. Doesn't matter.
Noob.
Dude, jumping's
Wow.
weird. Dude, jumping's really weird in this fucking game.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill you.
So you jump up and you slam, boom, into like kind of the upper, the upper back thigh of his armor, and you slam the one hammer into it, or one hand axe into it, and you get like a nice little dent in there, and it actually like kind of goes into the armor, really lodging you in there. You try to go to get the second hand axe in there, and it kind of just clangs off to the side. So now you're just hanging and dangling there by one arm at the moment.
I get a new plan.
All right. So that's your action. That's your movement, easily, and definitely your action. So,
And definitely my action?
oh yeah.
Action.
Okay.
Make an assessment.
I adamantly disagree with all of that. I ran and jumped. But
By the way, high jump is 3 plus your score modifier if you move at least 10 feet off it immediately before the jump.
Okay. So yeah, you still make. All right. So all right. What do you want to do for your action then, Dryden?
I want to take my other hand axe, since I'm hanging with one, and smack the other one right into it, hitting the two electrical things together to course electrical energy through the armor plating of this entire giant.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that just a regular attack? I don't even fucking know.
Make me just make me a hand axe attack roll.
Electrify.
23 to hit.
That'll hit. So, electricity just goes and slams in. The electricity just courses throughout the entire giant as the second hand axe slams into him. This guy's been hit by a lot of lightning today, and it goes coursing through the entire armor. You watch as he, and it looks, they kind of like twist and turns to look down at where you're at. He takes 11 points of damage there.
I'm
And you
raging,
want...
so at the very least it takes 13.
Okay, so he takes 13. Cool.
But I don't even know what the electric damage is. Fuck. How did I lose that? Well, shit. All right. Well, I lose
We
that
can go
damage.
by what my freezing thing is a D6.
I think we said it was a D. Just roll an additional D6. Actually, I think it was.
I lost it, so if you don't want to take the
I
damage,
think-
it's my fault.
I think it was a D6 of damage for each hand axe because I think I was giving you 2 D6 for the whole thing. So
That sounds
so
about right.
what am I rolling?
roll a D6 of lightning damage.
3.
Yeah.
So it'd be 16 total.
Yep. Lightning damage courses throughout him. And he is currently stunned at the moment as he can't move
Fucking A.
at this point.
Nice.
Like he finishes running and like the energy courses through him. That was pretty epic, man. That was awesome.
Dope.
All right. Ronto.
All right, as I'm getting up.
Yep.
Which is gonna take half my movement, right?
It will take half your movement. Good time.
I'm gonna catch this body that is apparently spelled casted by Lucius, correct?
Lucius is still currently doing something to it. You watch as his hand, like the energy around his hands, just kind of is pulsing with green energy. You watch as like the energy seems to be like kind of flowing into this individual in front of him, and the veins are starting to turn a sickly green color up its neck, crawling onto its face.
I asked Lucius, is it ready to go yet?
Can I tell if it's ready?
You have never worked with this type of magic before, dude. So
Give it a little bit more time.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to take a potion of frost giant strength,
yeah,
and then I'm gonna just go to town on this guy's ankles that just came up over the wall.
yeah. Do you have the
With-
potion
with my
do you have a
hammer.
card- do you have a
Yep, potion
card.
of frost giant strength.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, he bought it.
I was
I
just
bought it
making
last
sure,
time.
I was making sure you had a card for it or not. Couldn't
Yep.
remember. Cool.
I don't
Alright.
have a card now.
Oh.
I just marked it on my thing.
You
'Cause there is
now?
There is something that happens too. That
I just put it on my inventory.
right. All right, potion of frost giant strength. Your strength score. Your strength score changes for 1 hour, and this is frost.
Uh huh.
Your strength score is now 23 for an hour.
Whew.
Ooh.
Nice. I'm like a boss.
Holy shit.
So that wouldn't go towards my like attack though.
Oh yeah, it would.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Especially if you're making a melee attack. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'm doing
So
two of those.
So if you are attacking with your strength 23, what do you add?
+6 because it's
Plus
2.
6 plus
23
Whatever
is
you
plus
do.
6. Yep, it's plus 6. So you're adding plus 6 to the attack and the attack and damage roll
Okay.
instead of what you normally have.
instead of what you normally add. Yeah.
So- Okay.
It
Well,
might just-
put it this way. What's your strength right now?
My strength right now is
plus what?
+2.
So add +4 to everything.
Okay. 17. Then I'm gonna add my lucky ring.
Mhm.
So that's another D4.
Yep.
18 to hit.
Mhm.
No. All right, gonna do it again.
You,
then.
you race up to where this individual is, and he is just brought down. Boom, boom, his 2 shields, and you go slam right into one, and you actually end up hitting one of the individuals who's currently chained. He's like, no, and the body just goes swinging right around the spike that it's currently attached to.
Cool. Rolling again.
Wait, didn't he
17.
give one shield to the other
Well, that's what I was going to ask. is
Yeah.
'cause How did he carry both shields and throw a shield to the one dude?
He brought the shield that the one guy had embedded into the wall to use as a foot. He placed that on his back during his turn
Okay.
about like 3 turns ago, and carried that
Okay.
up.
Alright.
I don't
So
know if
20
he actually did that or if you're bullshitting, but either way, that's brilliant.
So So
And so it was.
21 to
I'd
hit.
say I wasn't gonna argue. I was just like, I wonder how that did.
Logically, that's how they would have done it. So
I'm not trying to say you shouldn't that shouldn't be what's up. I'm just saying, all right, that logic works. I give it to him.
So 21 to hit on this one.
yeah, 21 hits.
All right, and then I'm gonna add for my blood curses. So I'm gonna add the 8 to it.
Yeah. So what's total damage?
20 total, and then 4 on top of that, so 24.
Nice. Yeah. This one you go slamming actually into the shield. This one you just like go and you actually manage to actually hit the shield itself. Pang! It hits really hard onto it, and you watch as the arm actually kind of buckles, and you look up and you can see the giant's face above you, and he's looks really confused that such a small individual such as yourself was able to actually push his shield back a little bit. He's really confused right now.
Bonus action, blood
Yeah.
curse, mutual suffering.
Mutual suffering on this guy. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Sweet. So blood curse over here drops, and so does the eyeless. All right. This brings us to the top of the initiative round, which is where we'll pick up next week on the Riot sessions.
Oh
Hey.
shit!
We're gonna let this body cook for a whole week.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be nice and toasty boasty.
And in game, it's going to be like less than 6 seconds.
Don't break my immersion, DM. God damn. You have one
Everyone
job.
just freezes
I'm
for
just gonna give
7
them 1,000.
days.
Super cool.
Honestly, this entire battle has taken roughly like less than a minute right now. So
Yeah.
like
They
all
got
this has
that
been
all in a
happening
minute?
real fast.
Damn.
No. I mean like since the breach. Like
Oh, okay, got you.
less than a minute. No, that was like probably a good solid 20 minutes.
A
like,
solid
Yeah.
doozy, you might say.
Chew. Awesome.
Yeah.
Look at Doozer.
Anyways, thank you.
1 year.
1 year. Thank you guys for making this a fun anniversary.
1 year
Session.
of the Riot sessions.
1 year of the Riot sessions.
No soup for you.
Got some
1 year.
We got some shit going down next week. I'm excited. Can I announce about next week? Or should I
It's
wait?
next. Oh, it's next week, isn't it? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So guys and gals, we have a very special guest joining us next week. I'm excited to see how this player joins us. I will say, just reading the character and how it is all turning out, it is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. Our very own individual who made
You wanna
all.
spoil?
Do we want to?
I don't know.
I
we
mean,
could keep it.
I consider it an advertising point.
I think it's a good idea. So, the artist, how do you pronounce his name? I still can't get that down. I
Farian.
tried. Farian, who made all of this wonderful art for us, is joining us next week, and he is playing a hilariously fun character, which I can't wait to introduce him to.
I wonder
our
if he
game.
went overboard. I was like, listen, all I want to say is,
I fucking can't wait.
if we're gonna play a guest on this, you got to be ready to make jokes and have fun, and just as long as you can have a sense of humor about anything. And so now I feel like he was like, I'm gonna be the Chris Farley of bards or something. I have no idea.
I can't wait.
So let's
This is-
get back
this is
on
one
the
of-
right
this
track.
is
and I'm
by
a
far-
motivational singer.
Don't get me wrong. I love our characters. I love everyone that we have in our game. I'm very excited to see, like, and of all like the other campaigns I've played, this is by far, I think, one of the most crazy characters I've ever seen, and I'm super pumped for it. So it's
This
gonna be
character
great.
living in a van down by the river.
The river.
So Farian will be joining us next week. He's gonna be playing a fun character, so don't miss it.
And
And
they got it on. Woo!
No, they didn't.
and we'll finish up this.
No, they
We will finish up this battle next week, and we'll progress on and see where the Rad Squad continues on in next week's episode of the Riot Sessions.
Heyo.
Poot.
Fart noises.
Thanks, guys.
I make fart noises with my mouth. Hi, chat. You're cute.
Chat
You
is
guys are
adorable.
awesome.
Holy crap!
Jeez.
1 year.
One year.
One, yeah.
One Niagara size.
Woo!
And nobody
Approximately.
died.
Not yet.
26 fortnight. And nothing of value was lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say nothing
You've got
of value.
one.
was-
I was gonna say you've got one fire giant in the city, and a second one on its way, and you got a few more coming up the wall right now. So
One of them looked at me like, "Hey, I can't believe you did that, but you
yeah,
didn't
that was,
hurt me."
That was pretty close from Grandor. I'm excited
I
about
can't
that.
believe you've done
Oh.
this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Oh, fuck. Can't believe you've done this.
Next week's more interesting.
Fuck,
Oh
Richard.
man. You're gonna have to give me some information on this new character so I can make up the overlays as needed.
I will give you some information on the new character later.
Is he going to be doing anything for him?
That is up to him. on
I
whether or
was
not he
about
wants
to DM him.
to. That is up to him if he would like to.
Girl, let me sign your DMs.
Oh boy.
It'd be awesome to be able to just like draw up anything that you imagine. I can draw a stick guy, and it doesn't even look like
Hey.
a stick guy.
Don't bash my stick guy. My stick guy looks amazing.
No, some people can draw stick guys. I can't even do that.
Trying to think of who's all online at the moment.
Yes.
The only person I got on is Exploding Dice.
Exploding.
Explodey death, explodey, explodey death.
Explode.
Exploding their face.
Yep.
Let us send them.
Shadowhack 90's on.
I noticed. I saw them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Let's go. We're just gonna go to a random person in the D&D directory. I think.
Do it.
A random team. Let's go to. Let's give these.
Stitches on point.
Let's give these guys. Let's give these guys a shot. We're gonna go to a group that I've never watched before, but they are apparently playing within the world of Greyhawk. So we're gonna go.
Should I show the intro one more time?
Yeah, let's try that intro while I get this raid set up here, guys.
Here we go.
Intro.
Bye, everybody.